It's the Bob and Tom Show. Okay, here we go. Fish and worms, fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Find them in the garden, turn over a rock, slip them in your sandwich, put them in your sock. That's fish and worms, fish and worms. Well, my big sister, she don't like my fish and worms. Big ones, little ones, they scare her to death. She was making chocolate shake, I dropped a couple in the blender. Now she's sitting around with bated breath from eating fish and worms. Fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Do your English homework. Underline a word. Circle direct object, intransitive verb with the fish and worm. Fish and worm. Wrap them around a corkscrew, twist them in some twine, take them to the health spa so they can unwind. That's fish and worm. Fish and worm. Fish and worm. Well, I like doing everything you can think about the fish and worm. Cushy ones. The ones that wiggle and squish. There's only one thing I don't like doing with fish and worms, and that is, of course, to catch fish. I hate them fish and worms. Fish and worms. Everybody's wishing they had fish and worms. Find them in the backyard, underneath some leaves. Make them little dresses. Just leave off the sleeves. That's fish and worms. Fish and worms. Fish and worms. Fish and worms. Fish and worms.
Hello. That's right. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello, Chick.
Hello, there's Pat Godwin.
Hey there, Chick.
Hello, there's Jeff Oskey.
That's right, buddy.
And I think I would be remiss. I did not mention the magnificence of his beard today. My God, that is truly a beautiful bastard of a beard.
I think it's offset. It's got a touch of gray, but it's offset by the pompadour and the dippity-doo.
The
His hair looks
magnificence
good.
of
Don't you dare.
You don't put product in that, do you?
No, it's just no.
Or a little bit? Yeah, I didn't think so.
You have Superman hair.
Yeah.
You got that nice little mini pompadour up top.
Oh, you know, in the most troubling moments with Tom, Jeff, just remember, he's staring at the top of your head and that little curl that you have like Elvis, and he's going, how did he get that head of hair? Aren't you?
I got
Yep.
lucky.
Yeah, but that's a trade-off. He's got the gigantic beard, which I wouldn't want to have.
It's cool, though, with the gray coming in.
Thanks, Pat.
I like it.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. You could go into a bank and rob it like that, then immediately go shave. They would never catch you.
Yeah.
Never. Not in a million years.
There's a good idea.
You look so different.
Good career move.
Yeah.
He posted a photo of, you did not too long ago post an old photo where you didn't have any facial hair. And I go, who's that guy?
Yeah, it's not good.
You're
look.
kind of, not that you're not handsome now, but you're really dreamy without the beard.
You think so?
I think so,
Have you
yeah.
seen him without the beard?
Without the beard?
Without the beard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that. Has your girlfriend, or what do we call her? Your lady,
Yeah.
has she ever seen you without the beard?
Yeah, she likes the beard.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure what
Just
that
like
says.
grow it back.
Well, that there's a lock on that.
Yeah.
Remember
What's
we-
it take? About 3 days to grow a full beard for you? 3.5 days?
Yeah, about 3.5.
That's what I thought.
Everyone in your family have that? Not your mom.
No, actually, my brother is baby-faced. He has no hair.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And his hair's blonde.
Have you seen
Yeah, you may
Oil
want
Man?
to check that DNA test. Yeah, Christy and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was
well,
going to say Milkman, but that would have really aged us.
my mom that was my mom's old joke because when she grew up, they had a milkman.
Right.
We had a milkman briefly, and we had a milk chute in our house.
A milk chute?
A milk chute?
Wouldn't
Yes.
the glass bottles break?
It was interesting because it was in the back side of the garage. So you had to walk around the back, and it was a metal door about 15 inches by 15 inches.
Christy brings up a good point.
And
How
let me finish. When I was a kid, in troubled times, if it hadn't been shut on the inside, I could sneak into the house.
Oh.
There you go. And then I'd get into the garage where I had the Heide key and Auntie Gerk's ashes.
Was it refrigerated?
No.
Were you sneaking into the house after you went over to the neighbors? And
No.
He showed you those naughty pictures?
If I forgot my key, then the neighbor didn't show me naughty pictures. That was my friend, Billy. But we had a milk shoot. We had a milkman for a seal test milk.
Oh, I remember seal tests.
I do too. Yeah.
Tested on
cream.
each and every seal. That's
I remember
right.
the milk box.
And I always I'm partial to the word shoot for a nice behind on a lady.
Oh, are you?
As in poop shoot?
No. Just shoot. Look at a shoot on her. Yeah.
No one says that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I
I've
do.
heard that.
I'm bringing it back. See, Christy's heard it.
I have heard
How
that.
about pooper or poop shoot? Turd cutter?
I've heard turd cutter.
See, that's just not romantic.
And Ace is correct. We had a milk box when I was very little.
You're up to something, aren't you?
And that wasn't refrigerated either.
No, it wasn't. It was a metal box that sat on your front porch, and the milk was delivered into that.
Yeah, yesterday I was trying to find something online. I haven't been successful yet. I've got to take a little more time.
Or have Christy do it.
I want to get a cooler that has a rack inside it so you can put like 10 drinks in it standing up. Say you go to your favorite coffee shop and you want to get a bunch of drinks. You can,
I think you're the only person that would buy that.
Well, that's why I'm having trouble finding one. I think it's perfectly
you found
reasonable.
How many? I have the plastic thing.
I have the carrying thing that holds 6. I got that at what's the kids' art store? Michael's. Yeah, that's fantastic.
But you need a 10.
I want one that'll go into a cooler.
That'll go into a cooler.
Yeah, drop that into a
Yeah,
cooler.
why would you put that into a cooler?
Don't they make a cooler that's just designed for that?
No.
I doubt it.
Yeah, because they'd sell ones of 5s every year.
Most people don't buy stuff like you do.
Well, I have people at my house. I've got a lot of kids. They have different orders. There you go. There's the one I have. Those are great. That
that's
holds 6.
That's for art supplies originally.
I bought it at the art supply. I love that place. That
Michael's?
art supply store. They got everything.
Yeah, they have
Right now you can go in there and buy Halloween stuff.
That reminds me of when I was a kid. If I was bummed out, I'd go and buy school supplies. You know, just walk down to school supplies, get some pens and
School supplies make you smile,
pads.
don't
Yeah,
they?
it always puts you in a good mood.
I'm bummed out because Office Depot closed. I used to love walking around there. I'd get a new pen and go, this pen is going to write some good jokes.
There are other offices.
Who am I going to give it to?
There are Staples. They do a fine job.
Are they still open?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think anybody comes
sure
into
are.
the Staples and go, hey, yeah, this is nice here at Staples. Do you have Staples?
Well, that's a reasonable question. I went into that store's Things Remembered in the mall, and I said, hey, do you remember where I parked my car? And they didn't know. It's false advertising.
It's crazy, though, how you go from being so excited to buying school supplies to having children and having to buy school supplies.
You're right.
And that's like the most miserable. Why do I have to buy 19 things of Kleenex for a classroom that has 12 kids?
Well, because the teacher needs Kleenex for the whole year. Yeah.
And I don't know.
I love doing that.
I think it was one of the legal
It's
entanglements
expensive.
I was in. A former sister-in-law was a teacher, and I guess the teachers have to pay for that stuff
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
out of their own pocket.
Yeah.
Do you want your kids' boogers all over the stuff? No. I mean, the teacher shouldn't have to pay. I
My
certainly
kids are
concur there.
booger-free, pal.
Really?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Just like their dad. We root around in your nose, get them out of there before they become a booger.
I see. Well, welcome to the Bob and Tom program. We do have some great letters to get to and lots of interesting things in the news.
And sports, exciting NHL Stanley Cup last night. The Oils, even things at 2 games apiece. My goodness, another overtime game for Stanley Cup. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
That's right. And U.S. Open, a lot of high scores yesterday. They were having trouble.
Windy?
I don't know if he was there. Everyone knows it's windy. No, the course was tough yesterday. No, it didn't look windy to me. I don't know if they gave a reason or not.
Oh, we'll begin with a correction.
Okay.
We made the correction immediately yesterday. We got a letter from a guy. We had been talking about Mr. Rogers for some reason.
Yeah.
And his sweater. And that show was produced in Pittsburgh.
Correct.
The great Mr. Rogers show. I think, did this come out of our Aaron Rodgers discussion about him being a quarterback?
We got a letter from someone who said
When
they
this-
had visited the
that's right.
Rogers Museum.
Right.
And when Aaron was rumored to go to Pittsburgh, everybody was saying, there's only one Mr. Rogers
Right.
in Pittsburgh, pal.
Oh, calm down. Jeez.
No, it's about right.
No, hey, I hope he does great. It'll be fun.
No way.
And in any event, this is from the gentleman who sent us the article. He said that Mr. Rogers wore sweaters to hide his tattoos from his military services, United States Marine.
Correct.
We did a fact check on that. That is a long-running rumor on the internet, but it is in fact incorrect.
However, on his back, Mr. Rogers did have tattooed in script, "Kill 'em all, let God sort 'em out."
Yeah.
Yeah, start that rumor.
Yeah.
He says, hey, I sent the email about Fred Rogers. That was told to me 25 years ago. I didn't know it had been debunked. Thanks for the knowledge. So I just want to make sure everybody got that clear.
So that letter makes you look good.
No, I just did a fact check on it. It had nothing to do with it.
I think you did. You're making it appear as though
That's right.
you're the bastion, the lighthouse of right thinking.
It's all about me. That's right. Now, do you want to? I guess you've already given that Oilers score, so that's.
I did not. 5-4 in overtime. Leon Draisaitl scored in overtime for the 4th time in the NHL playoffs. That, my friends, is a record.
Good for him.
And everything.
That's awesome.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for Leon.
on.
That's a good name.
Leon is a great.
Leon, that's my money.
I do not care for that song.
Levon. And
I know it's
love that
Levon.
song.
And I do hate that song.
How do you guys hate that
That's
song?
one of the
I
best.
find it incredibly
That
easy.
one and Harmony are two of my top
Harmony,
Elton
Tiny
John
Dancer,
songs.
Levon.
Yes.
Okay.
Ticking.
And I don't like, what's the other one from Mad Men? that I
What?
know?
You don't like?
Blue Jean Baby.
You don't like
Tiny
that?
Dancer?
LA, Tiny Dancer.
That's
What?
one of the best songs of all time.
Okay, we have to agree to disagree and know
Yes.
that Chick and I are right.
Nope.
Now,
Thank you, Tom.
we have a couple of things going on.
This man's a clear-thinking American.
We have a couple of low-speed chases coming up. I love these. One of them involves, I couldn't tell if it was a mule or a horse. I'll have to do some research. But right now I want to talk to you about our friends at the Silac Insurance Company. Okay, retirement down the road. And maybe a handful of you have those jobs where when you leave your job, they go, "Oh, we loved you so much, we're going to keep paying you." That's not me, and it's probably not you. Ergo, the need for something a little more substantial, because Social Security may not be enough to cut it, and God knows if it'll be around. So this is where having an annuity comes into play, and the experts on annuity, as you know, the Silac Insurance Company. An annuity is designed to protect your retirement. You don't have to worry about the market going up and down, because they have a system that counters market volatility, so you get your cash. In fact, you can't outlive your money. So see what I'm talking about. Visit the Silac folks by going to silacins.com, SILACINS.com. An easy way to get that information, by the way, is you take your phone and you call pound 250. And then you say these words, lifetime income. That sounds pretty good. Pound 250, and just say lifetime income. You'll be connected to someone that'll give you some information. Or you can go to bobandtom.com. We've got a link to the Silac Insurance Company. Once again, it's just calling pound 250 and saying lifetime income. See what I'm talking about? Certain restrictions apply. See if you can, if you're eligible. An annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. Plan on it and live on it. Also coming up today, very exciting things in the world of sports. And Father's Day coming up, and we're going to find out what folks think about their dads, with some nice stuff and some not so nice stuff, and big news out of the DMZ. What am I talking about? I'll tell you in a minute. But we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
I'm stealing that sweatshirt.
There's Pat Godwin. Here we go again. There's Jeff Oskey. Josh Arnold, well, he quit. Ace Cosby's there.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Josh is fishing with his brothers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Again?
I heard he quit.
He fishes a lot.
Well, the last time he went, the whole tournament got kind of rained out. So,
Oh, that's
or something. What was it?
Just hanging with his brother. That got rained
It's
out.
fun.
Family thing.
Having some good family time. Josh, we hope you're having a great time. I'm afraid he's going to miss something. We had a... wait a minute. I'm glad he's not here. What am I saying?
Yeah,
What's he
right.
going to miss?
Well, because he's not into cars. Josh is one of those guys, a car gets you from point A to point B.
He's got a very simple.
A chicken, I feel that if you can get from point A to point B
The quicker the
in,
better.
in a really cool car, you're much better off. I'm sure you agree, Christy.
Absolutely.
But yesterday, out of nowhere, as usual, we started talking about something not really relevant to anything in contemporary culture, which is automobiles featured on TV shows
Our various breads and butters.
in the past. And we were kind of coming up with some great cars. I mentioned the first season of Mannix, where he worked for Intertect, Was it Joseph Campanella who
yes.
played the boss?
I mentioned Starsky and Hutch and the
That
Torino, and
yeah.
it got poo-pooed.
No, I like the Torino a lot.
No, these are all interesting cars,
Go
and they're
ahead.
fun.
Mannix drove the Tornado. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was a custom-made Oldsmobile Tornado, one of the earliest heavy production, front-wheel drive cars.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about various cool cars, and I thought that'd be a great coffee table book. Cool cars from TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Ferrari that
Some of the shows that had a low
Magnum
budget,
PI had.
where all the cops would drive the Ford Galaxy, and so would the criminals because they had a deal with Ford. That was always kind of a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Always driving the same car you've got.
I want to say the FBI with Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., when that came on, it had a little Ford logo at
I
the
think you're
bottom.
right.
The FBI. And then Ford right at the bottom because all the cars were Ford.
Shouldn't they have had the crooks driving different cars? In any event, one of the ones that I thought was interesting. Well, I'm going to do it visually. I think we have a sample. There we go. Now that car is a Thunderbird. Now, can you, if you look carefully, can you see who it's a model sitting or an actor perhaps
Only
sitting
because his name is in the copy there.
you can read that?
Yeah, David
don't
Oh,
read
yeah,
it.
David Johansen.
It's not David Johansen. That'd be pretty funny.
Nice try.
David Jansen?
There you
David
go.
Jansen. Now,
I
Mr.
know.
Oscar, are you familiar with David Jansen?
No.
Oh, he was the star of
The Fugitive. A QM production, starring David Jansen
Johansen.
as the
David
Fugitive.
Johansen.
Now I'm saying David Johansen, the late great singer from the New York Dolls.
He
No,
had,
Yes.
he had
David
some-
Jansen.
David Jansen had some big-ass ears. Look at those things.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah,
pretty
like
handsome
Prince
for
Charles
his time.
Yeah, but even from 50 feet, you can see that's a toupee.
My mother,
Oh yeah, that's a rug.
I don't
Tom,
I don't know.
everybody
I don't
that has
think
hair,
David
you think
Jensen had a rug, did he?
Well, Google.
That's a rug?
I think he had his own line of rugs, but the car.
of course.
This was an
Carpet by Jensen.
underrated car. This is a 55 Ford Thunderbird.
My dad had one. He had the Golden Hawk. Do you remember that one?
Oh,
It's like,
nice.
Is that anything
yeah.
like a Hawk Tua?
I think that's where I
Here's the
have it
description.
genetically, the love of cars.
It said David Johansen with a 55 Ford Thunderbird in an era when the Corvette was gunning for racetracks.
Mm-hmm.
It's David Jansen.
You just said
Tom.
David Johansen.
Again.
Christy, I blame you.
Idiots.
Sorry. David Jansen in a 55 Ford Thunderbird. In an era when the Corvette was gunning for racetracks, the Thunderbird chose another path. Luxury, charisma, and effortless swagger. That is some nice writing.
Actually, the Studebaker was the Golden Hawk. What was the one called that my dad had? It was a 57. There was a name for
I
it.
say we find out right now.
My neighbor always had two Thunderbirds. Got a
Really?
Two new ones every year.
Did you ever call it a Thunder Turd? Ever
No.
do that? No?
They were so cool.
When did they just re-released it here not that long
Yeah,
ago?
I don't know if it took off or not.
Is that
really
the car
cool,
from American Graffiti?
cool
The Thunderbird?
colors and
Oh, the T-Birds were, and of course the great song from the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Daddy took her T-Bird away.
Yeah.
Beautiful T-Bird. But yeah, the great David Jansen. I'm going to be saying Johansson now for the rest of the day.
Sorry about that.
But thank you for the letter pointing that out. We certainly appreciate it. You got any letters over there, Chick McGee?
I do, as a matter of fact. Good morning, Bob and Tom Show. During commercial breaks, your YouTube feed usually shows past bits and plays past bits.
Yeah.
However, every so often, the entire break is just a video feed of the studio you're working in.
Uh-oh.
And you can see people come and go and talk. And when this happens, says Tim, I like to pretend I'm watching the Bob and Tom soap opera. I come up with my own dialogue between the characters and invent storylines about what must be going on behind the scenes. The current storyline revolves around Ace's so-called accident. Sure, the public message is that Ace broke his leg tripping over his cat, but in my soap opera, we're trying to figure out who really attacked Ace and broke his leg. My money's on Chick. You'd be correct on that. You all have motives, none like Chick's, though, and it's a real Who Shot JR event. That's Tim in Cincinnati. There you go.
Thank you very much, Tim. But by the way, I want to thank Chad for sending us the photograph of David Jansen with the Thunderbird.
It's Johansson, right?
Jansen. I'm sorry.
David Johansen was the singer who just
The New
died,
York Dolls,
died
didn't
a
he?
couple months
Yeah,
ago, sad.
Stirring it up. No, he's fine, Dad.
He was a good actor. He was in...
He's an okay actor. He was in Scrooge for about 5 seconds.
Yeah,
how do you
cameo
latch
in
on to
Scrooge.
these marginal
Because-
talents?
Did you ever...
Did you see them live in New York City
If
when
you
you lived
say
there?
New York Dolls, I'm coming across the table.
No, I was going
It
to say...
was all about the dresses and the lipstick.
No. I was going to say Buster Poindexter.
Yeah, that's where he had the hits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hot,
Hot.
That was
Boy, that
fun.
was a toe tapper.
Oh, my God. There was too much joy and fun in it.
Hot.
Yeah, it was great.
Doesn't that become a Disney thing? Or
Calculated money
It's
grab.
everywhere, yeah.
Okay, great. This comes to us from Ryan and Mary, newly engaged. First-time emailer shouting out from Greece.
Oh.
Oh,
As of 2 days ago, my now fiance have been tuning in from Santorini. Help me here, Christy. Santorini, Mykonos?
No, Mykonos.
Mykonos.
What is it?
Mykonos.
Mykonos. Sorry,
Mykonos.
I've never
Big
been to Greece.
vacation,
Mykonos, yeah.
big vacation
Big cruise ship destination,
for the British. They
Isn't
like to
Santorini a really good comedian?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Mykonos, listening to the show. We were on a long boat trip, and we started singing Coke in the Boat. Pat, sometime today, can you play a version of that?
Dedicated to our intendeds.
Hello.
There's got to be a better name than fiance. That's just it's
it's a
clunky.
very French
that's
word.
great.
Fiancé.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, would you like something in
My
German?
fiance.
German Fukensunen?
Well, that was.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I don't know. French is the language of love.
You are on quite a roll lately. You know that?
Sorry.
No.
I don't know why you don't like I think fiancé is a great word.
My intended. I like intended better.
My
wife
future
to be.
wife.
Future wife is fine.
No. But again, and this has been explored a billion times, there is not a good word for your boyfriend or girlfriend when you're older than 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like guy. He's my guy. He's my girl. I like that. My girl.
Yeah, I say my girl all the time.
Yeah,
and
my
then
girl.
and Mr. Oskey, you always refer to your
My lady.
which is and you that sounds good. Does she?
Oh.
What does she call you?
Sex puppet.
Yeah, that's what she calls me.
Pump monkey.
That
What
close.
was the first
that was
word?
Close.
Pump
What?
monkey.
Pup monkey. Very close.
Pump monkey.
Pump monkey.
Pump.
Pump monkey.
I've been around them. Yeah. Come here, pump
No,
monkey.
what does she call you really?
Nothing.
Jeffy Poo.
Jeff?
Baby.
Baby.
Does she call you by your name?
Yeah,
Really?
probably. Oh, no, she doesn't say my name. I don't know.
Yeah, I almost never hear my name.
Yeah.
What does she call you?
Jerk face.
Come over here.
She says Bill accidentally.
Don't do that.
You. What are you
Please
doing?
stop. Why
You-
are you here?
She doesn't have a pet name for you?
No.
Is she like Bernie Mac? You son of a bitch.
No.
Okay.
I never. Now that I think about it, yeah.
And you call her baby?
Yeah.
Babe? Baby?
Well,
No,
I've
baby.
heard
Baby.
sweetie. I've heard you call her
He
sweetie.
talks to all his loved ones. It's creepy, like they're
Yeah.
all dogs. It's come here, baby. How are you, sweetie?
I do not talk to her that way.
Yes,
I
you-
talk to the
Yeah.
dogs that way.
And your kids and us every now and then if we're on your good side. And I submit that people in relationships don't ever call each other by their names. It's always baby or
I
Pookie or
What's kind of fun?
honey, I guess.
Bunny?
Yeah.
Honey.
Oh, honey.
I always, no, I just,
Yeah, that's what she calls me, honey. You
Hey,
never
honey.
get tired of hearing that, honey, in the middle of the night. You know what I want to do tomorrow? Move the guest room to where the kitchen is and move the kitchen to where the guest room is. That's what I
I'm
want to
not
do.
moving anything for a long time.
Honey. And then I say, I got a business trip tomorrow, and I go down the road and sleep at the hotel.
Sorry, thanks, Andy. Thanks for joining us.
I just put my phone on Rome. It's perfect.
Well, hello again. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show. We are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. And in this segment of our program, we often read a lot of mail. Do you have? I got one over here.
I think we all got letters, don't we?
Yeah.
It says,
Yeah.
Dear Bob and Tom Show, a couple of days ago you were discussing words for the male member. My mother used to call it a dink. My brothers and I would laugh when old reruns of Winky Dink and You would come on the TV.
I've never heard of that show in my life.
Wasn't that the show
What
where you
show?
the drawing show? Is that what that was?
That sounds right.
What was it
But
called?
it was
How,
old.
how to
Rinky-dink.
draw?
No, I don't. I've never heard of
Rinky-dink
that.
and you.
I think that's what that one was.
And it was nothing more than like a sketch pad and somebody drawing with a magic, or like a Sharpie. But it wasn't called a Sharpie then. But yeah.
Did you ever submit the? You grab that matchbook and it would say if you draw the.
Draw a Winky or
That's
something like
Winky.
that. Yeah, that's
Is that Winky?
That's
Yeah.
Winky,
I
yeah.
think Winky is the deer,
Deer,
and
yeah, little baby,
Flower
like
is a
Bambi.
skunk, and all sorts
Like a
of
Bambi.
Okay. You got more letters over there? Or are you ready to do sports?
The Pacers OKC NBA playoffs. This is Good Morning Comedy team of the Bob and Tom Show. This is from Mike. The Pacers OKC NBA playoffs represent the only cities that have their entire state name in the capital city's name. Chew on that for a little bit. That's Mike. There you go. I did not fact check that, so go ahead. Let's see. Dear Bob and Tom, yesterday you talked about the anger you have with gas station windshield washer stations that are always effing empty.
Or they don't even have that squeegee stick in them.
Or
Right.
the squeegee is all dried out.
Or you have to use a paper towel and dip it in there. Ugh.
This is from James.
And, also, and by the way, sometimes the fluid smells like diarrhea.
No, I've never heard. No, what?
Yeah, that's very, very common.
You know what?
think that's ever happened.
I've heard the same thing. I used to work at a gas station. By the way, I've been looking for Chick to stop by for his free tuna salad sandwich. He has not shown up yet. The reason why the windshield washer stations are empty is because James says tweakers come in and detail their entire car.
What?
I've watched tweakers do this for 30 to 45 minutes several times. That's James from Troy, Ohio. Beautiful Troy, Ohio.
Oh,
You ever?
I never heard of this.
Not a really good way to wash a car.
no.
I don't think I wanna-
When
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
on meth, like normal stupid stuff makes a lot of sense, I think.
Okay.
Oh, like digging a hole or something?
Yeah.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Taking
Yeah,
apart your TV.
yeah. Right.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's the a tweaker is that's a meth head? Is
Yeah.
that the deal?
Yeah, something.
I think
meth,
specific
yeah.
or speed.
Tweakers for meth.
Is it speed or just specifically meth?
I think meth
Meth?
is
Okay.
speed.
Is it TWEAK or TWEEK?
I think it's
EAK.
Oh, am I right?
TWEAK.
What does that come from?
Tweak? You're tweak. I know.
Tweaking
I've
out.
heard tweaking. You're tweaking.
Doesn't to tweak something mean to adjust it?
I know tweak a nipple. You pinch it.
Yeah.
Really?
Can I give this guy who's watching us on YouTube during the commercials, can I walk over there and give you a tweak of your nipples while the commercials are playing? We'd go viral.
I'll trade you. My nipple's your beehole.
Well, that's a fair trade.
You know what? Sounds good to me. Let's do it, Tom. Let's
Oh, my-
let's do it.
I'm kidding, of course.
no, you're not.
Oh God. Let's move forward here.
Oshkosh has a letter.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
dear
get to let's get to it when we come back.
Oh, okay.
Right now, the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. Here's a sad statistic: 6 million men in the U.S. they say are currently suffering from depression, often undiagnosed. But it's okay to face that. Face the struggle. Real strength comes from opening up about some of those struggles you're dealing with, and doing something about it can be very important. As they say, kicking the stigma. It's okay to talk to somebody, a friend, a loved one, or a therapist. And therapy can really help you out, and that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp has a group of some 35,000 therapists with a diverse variety of areas of expertise. And perhaps you've been thinking about therapy. Well, this is an interesting thing because you can do the therapy online. You'll be assigned to a therapist based on a form that you fill out to give them some idea of what you're interested in talking about. And the therapy, like I said, it's done online by the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp. You visit BetterHelp.com/BT show and find out what I'm talking about. And you'll be assigned to a healthcare professional, a mental health care professional. And by the way, you can switch at any time. And the key to this is the therapy is done, talk therapy, done talking with a camera on or with a camera off. It's up to you. You could even do it texting back and forth. It's your choice. But the interesting thing about this is it's done online, so you can do it anywhere. You can do it sitting in your car. You can do it at the shop. You can do it at your workplace. You can do it at home, whatever works for you. So talk it out with BetterHelp. Bob and Tom listeners get 10% off their first month if they use BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, some exciting things in the world of news and sports, including, how do I word this without giving it away? Corpses in the news. How about that? Long time in the news. You'll see what I'm talking about from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
95, take me to Holiday World. Listen to win at 840, 1240, and 440. More info at Q95.com.
643 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show here.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, we're late.
That was well done.
At the sound of the peacock, we are back on the
Okay,
Bob
thank
and
you
Tom
very
Show.
much.
Hello.
Good to know.
Hi, Christy. There's Pat
Hi.
Godwin, Jeff Oskey. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Yes, sir.
I got a couple letters over here. Got to get to them.
I got a couple. You go ahead.
Dear Bob and Tom Show. This all started with a discussion about, what is it called? Bank face? What is this? I'm not, what was who brought this up?
Josh.
Josh.
What was the story now?
Just,
money goes
he likes
home.
his money all faced.
Yeah, we
All
kinda
face
hold
the
it
same
right
way.
too, yeah.
One way.
Yeah.
And apparently they have that in the drawers in the banks, but Josh was complaining it doesn't come out of the
The
ATM.
little
that
machines, or the machine that goes.
You'll be glad you have money. You're not going to see a guy on the street going,
No.
"Hey, buddy, can you spare a $5 or $2?" And you give him $2. These aren't bank face. Take them back, loser. No, come on.
Haven't you ever wanted to get one of those drug money counters? You know, like you see in the
Oh,
movies?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the movie Blow, they have.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, those
They're all hundreds.
I really haven't. I don't have cash.
As quirky as you are, I'm surprised you don't.
I don't carry cash.
As quirky
Bank
as you
face.
are, I'm surprised you don't iron your money.
Yeah, me too.
You look like a money iron.
No, I'm not. This comes to us from Chaz.
Hey, Chad.
He goes, you're talking about bank employees, and if the employees know how much money someone has when they walk into the bank. He goes, I have worked my entire professional career in that field. I can assure you, the person who flaunts their wealth, clothes, cars, fancy, gaudy jewelry, usually has no money at all and are deeply in debt.
I believe that.
I had a guy that had $2 million in his checking account.
Yep.
You would have thought he didn't have any money.
Wow.
Yeah, Andrew wrote it because Josh was wondered if when people walk in, if the teller plays that game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you have money or not have money? And Andrew says, regarding the game you suggested about guessing how much money someone has when they walk in, every banker I've trained tries that and are typically humbled the first time they work with an Oskey and discover he has more money than 10 Toms.
Oh.
But this Oskey does not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just for the record.
Yeah, you know me, flaunting it all the time. Chick McGee is over there. What's going on at the
This is a lengthy letter. Good morning, Bob and Tom Show. I heard you talking about the girl who told her father she ran out of blinker light fluid. Can you help me, Dad? I worked with a girl one day, James said, who said, quote, the dome light in my car won't work. It must be low on gas. That can't
No
be
way.
real.
No one's that stupid. Well, wait a minute.
And he said, this is the same woman who sold her bedroom set in Facebook Marketplace, and when she posted a photo of the furniture, the TV had the Pornhub logo on it.
Oh, God.
I've been a listener since 1995. Your show's been a constant in my life. I live in Mount Vernon, Illinois, an hour away from Effingham. He says home to the Effinghouse family restaurant, featuring
Their food's effing great.
effing best eggs in the world. Thanks to Tom, I'm always scared of tankers at gas stations and armor cars at banks. You have scarred a lot of our listeners with your
Paranoia?
Yeah.
your unreasonable paranoia.
I won't walk into a place if there's a Brinks truck out front.
I got gas the other day. Not only did I get gas and the tanker truck was there, I was at the first pump next to the tanker
Oh,
truck.
no way.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, you'll be, what's the word, immolated? They won't really find
I'm
much.
still here.
Well, you got lucky
It'll
that
be
time.
fast, right?
Yeah.
Listen to
Even
this
worse
guy.
would be if there'd been a Brinks truck gassing up.
Yeah.
And you could get shot as a random bystander while you're being burned to death. Just saving the cremation.
Could happen.
James continues. This guy he's originally from Peoria, home of the Jukebox Comedy Club, world famous Big Al's, where there used to be photographic evidence of Christie dancing on stage. Oh, I remember that.
That's right.
I remember that picture. I listen every day at work, mowing, doing yard work, or in my car on my Raycon earbuds. He's hitting it all. I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. And while enlisted, I lost track of your show. To my delight, while in Afghanistan at a USO tent in 2001, a Bob and Tom CD showed up, and my life was complete.
Oh.
Thank you for everything. James in Mount Vernon.
Got
Thanks,
someone
James.
needs some help here.
All right.
This comes to us from a trucker
Is it sexy time help?
named Brian. No.
Oh, okay.
He
Does
goes,
it help with money? We're good at that, too.
There we are.
No, he said, I was listening to your show, so you were talking about the song God Only Knows. Great Beach Boys song, sung by Carl Wilson.
Yeah.
Correct.
One of Carl's lead vocals. I highly recommend.
Is he the one that drowned?
No, that was Dennis.
Dennis. Okay.
Carl was the youngest. And Carl had been a lifelong smoker and
Gotcha.
died of lung cancer, sadly.
He was helped with tape speed in the studio. But go ahead, Tom.
What?
Oh.
Oh, I see. No, that's false. In any event, we were talking about the sad death of Brian Wilson, the main writer of the Beach Boys, arranger, producer.
I understand they covered him in sand and never went back and got him. That's how he died.
Okay, that's also true. This guy I didn't realize that, what is it, Avenged Sevenfold? What is that band?
Oh, that's one of Josh's bands, I think. Or something.
One of the guys in that band's father's a comedian who comes through here occasionally. In any event, because that's the Beach Boys remake, their version of God Only Knows. He goes, by the way, I am a commercial truck driver. My name is Brian. I need a better trucker name. And by the way, Tom, I just reversed my ceiling fan. Thank you for the tip. Remember, ceiling fans go a different direction in the summer.
We just had this discussion last night.
If I haven't told you, Tom,
remote.
You're doing good work over there. The
Thank
ceiling
you.
fan, the star, the real ID. You're doing good work.
Okay, that's very good. Anybody got a better trucker name for Brian?
Big Bry.
What's his trucker name now? Does he not have one?
Brian,
He's going by Brian.
I like, how about shoulders? Because he can't keep the truck off the shoulder of the road. How about that? Call him shoulders. No?
Are you suggesting
we could tell him it's because he's a big guy and he got wide shoulders.
so that would be his CB handle?
Shoulders?
Or he could, black leather's available. My mom's dead. She doesn't use it anymore.
Well, that had to be painful when you heard that her
I don't know if it's painful.
CB handle was.
No,
that has a sexual component.
No, I plainly remember thinking that seems about right. Of course it's black leather. Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. Nothing surprised me anymore.
My mom didn't have a CB.
Oh, that's
If she
not
did,
a
it would be
shock.
like school board member or something.
Yeah.
Fairly suburban, I think.
Once again, did your mom have a lady who came to the house all the time, participated in dinner, insisted you call her aunt? And,
No,
Very
sorry.
friendly.
Wasn't she a physical education teacher? Your mother?
Kinesiology major, eventually became a phys ed teacher for many years.
Softball player?
Yeah, okay. No, she
I
was
think
an
field hockey.
excellent. No, she was an excellent field hockey.
Yeah, there you go.
Played at University of Michigan field hockey, ladies and
Checking
gentlemen.
all the boxes.
Listening to Closer to Fine in the weekend.
Just walks through the house humming it.
Now, yesterday we were talking about watches and clocks, and Christy has
Yes.
you have what kind of a clock at your house?
Grandfather clock?
And I'm not a fan.
I know you're not.
of all
It's right outside our bedroom,
To
too.
not
So it's
like. Does it click and clang all
bang.
night?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't like them. Never have.
It's kind of nice because you know when it's 4
Is it
o'clock, I
Andy's?
can go back to sleep now.
Is it Andy's grandfather
No,
clock?
he had a grandmother clock, I think.
And that's
the
what this is
smaller
about.
version.
Oh.
And I had the grandfather.
Craig says the grandmother clock is like a grandfather clock without the dong.
Oh, is that right?
There you go.
The sound you see. That is one fine
That's
joke.
wonderful.
That's from Craig. Thank you, Craig. Much appreciated.
I say we open the bidding we're going to tell that joke every day for 5 straight days.
I'd be happy to. I like that very
Wonderful.
much.
Yeah.
There's
We
no,
love our grandfather clock. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
It's a little
They're
loud.
cool. I don't like that antique look of that crap.
How do you,
You
feel
would
about
hate my house, though.
How about a cuckoo clock? You like a cuckoo clock?
When
Every hour?
When I was a
Cuckoo,
kid,
cuckoo.
I insisted my parents get one when I was little, not realizing it was really kind of sort of
in the butt.
stashed in a corner of the kitchen. But it was funny for a while.
Kind of a closet misogynistic thing. There's
I
always a
understand.
guy
Are those set
kissing
to
a
come
woman.
off at a certain time, or they just go off?
No,
The
they go
cuckoo
from-
clocks
Yeah.
at the top of the hour.
Top of the hour, the little bird
That
would
would
come
be
out.
really
go,
annoying.
beep, beep, beep.
Every hour?
Yes.
Oh.
I always loved them in cartoons. There was always some great joke with them. They'd come out and explode or something. Come out and start shooting. Coming up, we have interesting things in sports. Tom Brady news. A really bizarre story involving a corpse in the news.
If you weren't irritated by Tom Brady enough, we might send you over the edge when you come back.
And we have Rick Moranis in the news. Very fine actor. And underwear news all on the way.
Oh.
And a Zoom court update. You ever done a Zoom court?
No.
No. Done a lot of Zoom calls.
I didn't know Zoom court was still going on.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they do it, yeah.
Yeah? So
Yeah, they do. My
you do it
judge
from
friend.
your house? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll find out what happened when we come back. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening. Portions of the show brought to you by Champion Windows. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
That later.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Christy Lee.
Hi, Chick McGee.
Hello there. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Good shirt today, Pat.
You
That
like this
is
color?
one of my favorites.
I would think that you wouldn't like this.
Burgundy checked. It makes my eyes hurt a little bit, but as long as I stay this distance, I'm okay, I think. There's Jeff
Although
Oskey.
I would have chosen to wear pants with that, Pat. I think going full Porky Pig. I guess with the desk, the folks watching on YouTube can't
Feels
see it.
free. Sometimes you have to let the hog roam.
What's the joke about the car that has all the options and
It's the Cadillac
luxurious?
joke, yeah. That's
and
the
I put
guy
my
at the
balls
gas
up on the
station.
tee. Yeah, something like that.
It's the golfer, yeah.
The golfer, the balls
Well,
hold
you
his
guys
tee.
tell a great joke.
The punchline
Keys
is
over
those
skis or
Cadillac
something.
designers think of
They
everything.
think of everything. Yeah, boy, there's a good joke in there somewhere.
It's
Hi,
got
Jeff.
balls.
Hey, buddy.
There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Here's Tom with a letter.
Oh, once again, I think it's time to read this. This could be a new feature. We take the letter of the day and read it twice.
All right.
Which letter is the letter of the
Wow.
day?
Are you
there's
kidding?
no question.
It's from Craig.
Yeah.
Once again, he said you were talking about Christy Lee's grandfather clock.
Oh,
Tom
that's
mentioned
right.
that he hates grandfather clocks. And then you said, actually, it's a grandmother clock, and I didn't know what that was. He said, I believe the grandmother clock is like a grandfather clock, just without the dong. So it doesn't have that at the top of the hour. It just dings, apparently.
Just a
Yeah,
wonderful
my bonus son
joke.
has the grandmother clock now. We have the grandfather clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have neither.
That's okay.
Although I don't have a clock in my shower anymore.
Why not?
Why would you have a clock in your shower anyway?
Isn't your phone close by when you're in the shower?
How long do you take in the shower?
Yeah.
Why do you need a clock?
Because in the morning, I like to know exactly what time it is.
Oh, for God's sake.
So
give
I have a
yourself
clock by my
break.
bed. I've got a clock by my sink. I've got a clock in my closet.
Do you just get lost in your crotch while you're in the shower? Is that what happens? You can tell me. You start scrubbing and scrubbing.
Next thing you know.
Well, I'll tell you, I have found the
Erection
beauty,
City.
the beauty of the wand. I have one of those.
Really?
I have one of
Oh,
those.
boy.
My shower now has a regular spigot.
So now you have a bidet.
What do you call the thing up there? With the water shoots out.
Shower head?
Shower head. Thank you. That thing. Spigot. It's got the water head up. Shower head up there, but then it's got one of these things on a chain, like
handhold
on a
thing.
hose.
Yes.
That
A
thing.
chain or a hose?
All those
That thing
nooks
is
and
great.
crannies, yeah.
You can really get that thing.
Why don't you get a bidet? That's the same
And
thing.
the nooks and crevices is what you're
Oh
talking
yeah.
about.
Oh yeah.
The crack of your butt there.
You spend some time
Do you have
back
the-
there on the anus,
Do you have the rainfall shower head too on the top?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I have one of those.
But I got to
too.
hold my ears.
What?
Yeah, you got. If you get into the rainfall thing, you got to hold your ears,
No, you don't.
or the rain gets in your ear.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true. And you got to hold your you should hold your left foot up off the shower floor too.
And
That'll
you know,
help.
I opted to. I didn't get the hand. I took the handheld thing off. I didn't want that.
Oh, Christy,
you don't like orgasms?
Oh, the
What's the
ladies.
problem?
The ladies really like it.
Yeah, I put in a new shower head that didn't have the handle.
Yeah?
And I was sent back out to get one with the handle.
Really?
With
No,
the handheld spigot.
Yeah,
I
the
opted
ladies
to
like
not
that,
have it.
Christy.
I know that's how I had my first one, but that's not. I'm
Wait,
not.
if you'd like to have another
Slow
one,
down.
you might want to get one. Andy, your thoughts?
The water pick
don't want
changed a
anything to
lot
do
of
with
lives. I'm just saying, the water pick shower head changed a lot of lives.
Okay, well,
Back in the 70s.
In any event, you can reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Weigh in on whatever is on your mind. We would love to hear from you. But right now we're going to hear from Chick McGee.
That's right. In the sports desk, Leon Draisaitl scored in overtime for the fourth time this playoffs. That is a record. And the Oils beat the Panthers 5-4 in Sunrise, Florida last night in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final and tie the series at 2 games each. The Oils erased a 3-goal deficit and bounced back from allowing the tying goal with 19 seconds left of regulation. This is the greatest sports competition that not very many people are watching. The NHL is in America. I don't think it has as many people as it should have, but it's a great competition.
Is
man.
it just me, or does it seem like lately in all sports, there are when it comes to the playoffs, it seems like they're getting closer and closer? Is this because of parity?
Yeah, I think absolutely. It's a lot of things, Tom. It's college football. There are no more mid-major. Everybody's college football pretty much on the same playing field. Additives to food, McDonald's and all the growth chemicals,
hormones,
just basic
chicken
food.
hormones. Yeah.
Chicken hormones.
Making everybody,
Chicken nugget is
they're very tasty. I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah, you have 6 chicken nuggets after a good weight workout, and you recover right away. It's unbelievable.
I had one of those mini breaded hot dogs the other night.
What?
Is that right?
You mean a mini corn dog?
You mean a pig in a blanket?
Breaded.
I don't know.
You mean a mini corn dog?
I was
No, a pig in a blanket is like croissant.
I was about to take the dogs out. I walked by and there was a babysitter over and she was making something for Hart. And I looked over. I hadn't had anything to eat all day. Oh, what are these things? They were great.
Was it delicious?
They're like little teeny little hot dogs, but they're in a little wrapped thing.
They're mini corn dogs, Tom.
They're great. I never had one. They're delightful.
Really good.
Now, did you recognize? Was it a pig in a blanket with a croissant wrapping, or was it a corn dog?
I don't know. It was just some frozen
sure it was
thing.
Not sure. You just wolfed it down so fast you don't know what the bread
There's
is.
not a lot to it. You don't do much wolfing.
Do you like a regular corn dog on a stick?
I hate corn dogs. Never liked them.
Well, then you just
It
ate a
sounded
mini
like
corn dog.
sounded like you liked them to me just
Yeah.
seconds ago.
Well, I was pretty hungry. No, I'm not a corn dog fan.
Okay.
I'm an American. I like a hot dog with a bun.
So you think corn dog is some sort of
That's Canadian.
ISIS or Canadian
But
plot?
it's
Is
a
that right?
battered hot dog, which you just ate.
No, I believe in battered
What
hot dog.
if we could get you, and I'm sure it exists, a corn dog maker for your kitchen?
I would never use it. I don't like
Well,
corn
no,
dogs.
you mix up the cornmeal and you put your dog on a
No,
stick
no.
and dunk her in there.
I like the thing where you wrap it in the croissant thing and throw it in. Those are good.
It's a crescent roll.
That's the same thing.
It's not a croissant. It's a
I
crescent
bet
roll.
you could make corn dogs in the air fryer real nice.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bet.
absolutely. And
absolutely.
I bet, do you have an air fryer?
Yeah.
I bet she was doing that.
Yeah.
With
You
the
guys,
mini corn
you
dogs.
guys talked me into it. That air fryer is the greatest thing ever.
Oh, salmon in 8 minutes, perfect
Yeah.
every
Those
time.
are tremendous. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Those are good.
And
That's
it all,
good
and
invention.
it's what's the word? It's you can take it all apart and put it in the dishwasher. What do they call that? Immersible. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
You know,
Talking to a caveman.
they say throughout history, Winston Churchill had an immense vocabulary. Just knew more words than you're just like that, Tom. Only the exact opposite.
I know the words. I just can't remember.
No, you don't.
Okay, sorry. Back to the sports
we have
page.
a follow-up to a letter that we read earlier. You had a letter from Brian who wanted a nickname.
He's a truck driver, wants a better nickname.
Over-the-road driver. I suggested shoulders
Yeah.
because he's a big guy with wide shoulders,
Right.
or you can't keep the truck off the shoulder of the road. Dear Bob and Tom Show, I am a truck driver as well. My name is Brian, too.
Oh.
I go by Big Country.
Ooh.
There's a lack of CB handles.
This is from a male truck driver named Brian, of course.
You're all children.
Well, it's the way you said it.
okay.
You
Well,
lingered
said it
on
on
the T.
purpose.
What are you
like
talking
that.
You
about?
lingered in the middle of the
His
word.
name is Big Country. Okay.
In a big country.
Remember that song?
That was a great song.
Wasn't that, what is that called when the name of the band is the name of the song?
Eponymous is the
Is that-
big.
Eponymous,
Country,
yeah.
Big
I don't.
Country.
I think Big Country is a distant second. Bad Company's the best.
That is
song like
absolutely
that.
the
Oh,
best.
yeah.
Yeah, Bad Company.
Bad Company.
Yeah.
There's a lack of CB handles because very few guys run CB anymore. My favorite handle was a guy I used to work with. One night he picked up a gal at a bar, took her back to a hotel, only to find out she had a wooden leg. That's how he got his CB handle, Splinter. Have a great weekend.
That's a great,
Now we're talking.
That's a great story.
Love the show.
Yes.
Big Country.
big
So,
country.
Why don't they use CBs anymore? How do they communicate? Just on cell phones?
Cell phones,
Sure,
I'm
cell
guessing,
phones.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's not romantic.
There's probably a nice
Old school.
Yeah, old school
CD,
folks.
little,
have cool.
Come on back.
I hope
crew
so.
out there.
Do they still have
Teddy
do they
bear.
still have the hookers?
Lot
The
lizards.
hookers?
The prostitutes?
Oh,
the
they're still out there,
prostitutes
sure.
talking on the CB. Hey, big country. I got a small one for you. If you know what I'm saying. But
Third world, baby.
remember this?
You know what I'm saying?
What the hell was that?
God, turn it down.
Who did that? Scared the crap out of me.
Remember the song?
Yeah.
Don't ever do that again.
I've got it.
Turn it down.
Turn it down.
It's on 20.
Well, I don't care.
Put us at 10.
Turn it down to 9. How about that?
Jesus. There we go. That's normal.
This
hear
has
it now?
everything. This has everything you detest.
Long
It's taken a
intro.
long time to get to the lyrics.
Drum intro.
Too loud.
Way loud.
Loud. Way loud.
It's that
Can you not
80s.
hear that?
80s singing. Y'all.
This is a.
you do.
Here's a,
You hear how
Yeah.
Bono sings.
this is great when it finally kicks in.
Da, 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 da.
Wait, they're
I love this song.
Very,
Somewhere.
very 80s sonically. Good song.
No.
little bagpipe.
Are those real bagpipes?
I don't think so.
No, samples. Samples.
These guys still out there?
Sounds like they're in here. Turn it down! You incredible dick.
God,
My headphones must need to be
you
adjusted.
honestly cannot hear that, can you?
What?
Holy moly. You have got to get your hearing checked.
I've had it checked. It's terrible.
Well, then why don't you wear
Well, don't mix then over there.
Yeah, don't let him mix.
Let's look at the evidence.
Okay.
He's preoccupied.
Very.
He doesn't know words.
No.
He can't hear.
Nope.
Why is he on the radio?
You know, I
don't get it. What the hell? I mean, a personality to take you only so far. I mean,
He put his name in the title. He's
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Sorry,
That's
guys.
smart.
That was the genius.
You could all go missing. No one would know. Now, Black Sabbath has a song called Black Sabbath.
Of course
Yeah.
they do.
Monkeys have a song called "We're the Monkeys."
Hey, we're the monkeys.
I don't think that counts.
I don't think so.
Wilco has a song called Wilco.
That's a good one. That's
They
all
Might
right.
Be Giants has a song called They Might Be Giants.
Yep, that's true.
Green Day has a song called Green Day. The list goes on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But nothing will terrify you more than Big Country by Big Country.
It's in a big country.
And
though,
Bad
right?
Company by Bad Company is a good one.
Yeah.
And were they just admitted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I think
finally-
or they're nominated. I
They
don't
certainly
know.
should be. We've had most of those guys in the studio, including the great Paul Rogers.
Yeah.
I remember Paul Rogers being in there. That was great.
That guy really right on it. He was great.
Yeah, they're going to be inducted this year.
Okay,
That's
good.
right.
He was
Yeah.
something else.
Very, very good. Now, what's coming up in the world of sports?
We've got all sorts of things, including the U.S. Open. It was a little tough on the golfers yesterday. And Tom Brady, another honor after 7 Super Bowl over the greatest quarterback of all time.
Jealous?
Only entirely.
Okay.
And you'll be jealous of your friends if you find out they have Simply Safe for their home security and you are not on it, because Simply Safe brings you peace of mind. And most security systems only take action after someone's already broken into your home. Man, is that too late. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection. Help stop break-ins before they happen with their AI-powered cameras. Live monitoring agents detect suspicious activity around your property. And there's a lurker? Well, Simply Safe agents can talk to that lurker, tell them how it's going to be, turn on spotlights, even call the police. Deterring crime before it starts. No contracts, no hidden fees. Simply Safe named Best Home Security of 2025 by CNET. 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe and ranked number 1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. And monitoring plans at Simply Safe start at around $1 a day. 60-day money-back guarantee also with Simply Safe. Visit simplysafetom.com, and this offer, I can't get over it. It's a deal just for you. 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. That's SimpliSafe, 50% off first month free. Go to simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. The CNET people are, you see this thing? They're doing that line of hair salons.
What?
C hair.
Oh, jeez. I fell for that.
I knew.
Didn't I? Fell right for that.
I knew you were going somewhere, and I didn't know it was going to be a hair salon.
A little twinkle in your eye, we could tell.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly for construction workers. They like to go to see hair a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We have,
Just
by the way, when it comes to bands with the same name as their songs, the Triple Crown is for bands with an album title, song, and the same name.
That was Bad Company,
Bad
right?
Company, Iron Maiden, and Black Sabbath. There you go.
Yeah, there can't be very many. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
And we have found ourselves in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, looking forward to some awesome stuff. Christy's wiping her...
I had a little spill of my Arctic Freeze.
Wiping her face here in the
Wiping
studio.
her chin off, Tom, is what she's doing.
It's making me laugh. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Oskey over there.
Yeah.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Yes. Christy Lee there.
Hello.
With her actual, real cheetah hide around her neck.
Yep,
This is a fashionable
that's right.
scarf.
Mm-hmm.
She killed that, hunted it, killed it, and tanned that
Yeah,
cheetah
that's
hide
me.
herself. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. I'm Chick. And Tom, what delightful beverage are you enjoying?
Oh, blue water, keep on hydrating. Java House, gonna keep me moist.
The
Wait a
Arctic
minute.
Freeze by Java House.
I'm drinking one of their hydration drinks. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
Started to drink this instead of coffee. Very tasty.
There's no caffeine in that either.
Uh-oh, then I better
0
have a
calories.
Thank you very much, Java House. I thought we would switch gears for just a moment and get away from the world of sports only briefly.
What?
Once again, hello to Miss Hooker. It's good to see you.
Hi.
And
Can we,
Something
Tom, I'm
tells
sorry,
me,
can we address something real quick?
Yeah.
Jess has been listening on the way in.
So, Pat,
No. Pat's ruining everyone's life.
Oh, that's true.
I'm trying to find the perfect marinara.
You know what? Make
For
him
my
something
son.
else to eat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
well, Pat loves to do this thing where he'll come up to you and be like, "Hey, how do I do a pot roast?" And you take 10 minutes out and you're like, "Here's what you need."
Yeah.
And then you're walking down the hall 20 minutes later and you hear him say to someone else, "How do I make a good pot roast?" And you're like, "You son of a bitch, I just gave you 20 minutes of my life and now you're asking somebody else."
And
true.
then he texts you later and you
I
text
did,
him
yeah.
everything
Did
he
you-
needs.
did you
Send
make a
him
pot roast?
I did, yeah.
how was it?
The pot roast
He
was
liked
fine.
that. Yeah, he loved that.
Slow cooker?
In the crock pot, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very
You know
good.
what you tell Jimmy?
Yeah.
If you don't like what I fix, don't eat.
Yeah.
Or you could do what
Or
Joan
do
Crawford did.
the hangers out?
Nope. If he doesn't eat it, you put it on the floor at the end of his bed until he does eat it. That's right.
Or you do what Tom's mother did and offer him cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
or a
likes that.
peanut butter jelly sandwich for
Yeah.
my baby.
No, it was either cereal or whatever we had. Yeah. You're trying to
These
get
are
the
different times.
perfect marinara?
No, it's not different times.
Trying to find out how to do a good
that,
spaghetti
what is it?
sauce.
RAO? How do they pronounce that?
Yeah, he didn't like that. That
Row.
was not sweet enough.
Oh,
maybe.
really?
He didn't like that.
They have like 8 different varieties. Try another one.
Oh,
He
fair
doesn't-
enough. Fair enough.
If he wants sweet, then I can go cheap.
What's the ragu?
Yeah.
I know the
Prego,
best
they're both
marinara in
sweet.
town, and I'll should tell you after we're done here.
No, I already told
I
him.
said I'll tell you after we're done here. This another word slipped out. I think.
What is with you and
Well,
just cussing all the time now?
You said the S word again.
I did not say it. Christine, can you read the story about the corpse? I find it
And
absolutely
that
hilarious.
marinara you're talking about is definitely not sweet enough for Jimmy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Add
That's,
sugar then.
yeah, just put sugar in it.
I'm not talking to you, Jess.
I'm not
okay?
talking to you either. You're
Good.
like,
Look at
God.
Let's talk to Christy.
A Colorado funeral home operator has been sentenced to prison after a woman's corpse was discovered in the back of his hearse more than a year after her death.
That seems like too long.
Miles Harford, 34, was sentenced to 18 months behind bars after pleading guilty to abuse of a corpse and theft. Other charges, including forgery, were dropped as part of a plea deal.
Yeah, I think when you got the one big one, why worry about the little ones? When you got the corpse in a car for a year.
The body of a 63-year-old Christina Rosales was found under blankets in the vehicle. Authorities believe it had been left there for 18 months. Mr. Harford gave the woman's family someone else's ashes, falsely claiming they were hers. Police later discovered more cremated remains hidden in boxes throughout his rental home, including in the crawl space. A lot going on there.
I got a question. Wouldn't there be an odor?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Not after a while.
But
if you get past that initial decomposition, it kind of just...
He must have had one hell of an air freshener.
Where was he putting the other coffins?
Yeah, he obviously wasn't getting a lot of business.
No, obviously
he only
not.
uses the hearse once every year.
Right?
Do you have that little sign on it? AC on, don't break the window, whatever. Oh, God. So then, that ain't Granny on their mantle either.
No, the matriarch of the Rosales family. It's very, 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 very sad. So we'd like to know where you put a grandma. Yes, we'd like to know where you put our grandma. There's a corpse in the hearse, corpse in the hearse, baby. Corpse in the hearse, been over a year now. Corpse in the hearse, corpse in the hearse, baby. Oh, corpse in the hearse. They gave us her cremains at the home. Mostly ash, a little tooth and bone. We're told it was our Grandma Rosales, the one who made us sweet tea and tamales. Her body's in the hearse now, so please explain. We should have known the ashes looked like cocaine. Yeah, we'd like to know why you stashed our grandma. Yeah, we'd like to know why you didn't cremate our abuela. There's a corpse in the hearse. Corpse in the hearse, baby. Corpse in the hearse. Been over a year now. Corpse in the hearse. Corpse in the hearse, baby. Corpse in the hearse. Corpse in the hearse.
Oh,
thank you very much.
I mean, I've left some T-shirts in my car. Some Bob and Tom T-shirts. They've been in the car for maybe 6 months.
Sure,
but never a body. But
have you ever gone to a restaurant and gotten a entree kind of boxed up and left it in your car for like a week?
Not a week, but I've done that.
Overnight enough.
I got this letter. Dear Bob and Tom Show, my son's car had been inoperable, so we towed it to a local parking garage, borrowing space so we could figure out what to do with it. Months later, we had it towed back to CarMax. We opened it up. We were overtaken by the rancid smell. He had left a pork loin in the trunk.
Oh.
Yeah, I left a salmon in my car once for a couple days by mistake.
Cedar plank?
I'd forgotten. No, I didn't have the cedar plank. I intended to.
Had it been cooked or was it raw?
It was raw.
Nice.
But, I mean, the body, And again, did he not use the hearse?
That's what I
wonder if he got a new one. And then he just kind of parked the one in the back,
just
forgot.
It's like anything else. I mean, you got a hearse or a regular car. Yeah, I got a new one. I'll just park
When
it
I
for-
lived downtown 20 years ago, I used to keep my car unlocked so they would stop breaking my car window to steal my change.
Right.
And I got in the car and I'm driving to work one day. I'm like, man, this smells weird in here. And all of a sudden in my rearview mirror, someone sits up. And there was a homeless guy sleeping in my back seat.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, my God. I hit the brakes. He goes, oh, I'm sorry to startle you. He goes, I was just trying to get some sleep. I was like, oh, okay.
God.
But it was a two-door, so I had to, get out and move the seat up so I'd let him out of my car.
And that man who fell asleep in your car was our producer, Jason Hofstad.
Oh,
Isn't that it?
What a success story.
Did he ask you to take him back to where
He did not. I just let him out on the side of the
So
road.
you didn't, well, I mean, what would you call the police?
No.
Would you,
No,
right?
I was like, oh, it's all good.
It's lucky, it's lucky you weren't so startled you could have crashed.
Luckily, I was in rush hour traffic driving through downtown, but scared the bejesus
I
out.
bet.
I'm like, man, something smells weird in this car. And then all of a sudden just pops up out of the back seat. Oh, my goodness.
Wouldn't you give him like $20 or something? I mean, I
was just like, hey, I'm going to let you. So I pulled over, but that was the best part. I had to get out and then slide the seat up so he could get out.
What would you do if as he's getting out, he says, "Do you see you tomorrow morning?"
I'd be like, sounds good, buddy.
Wow. Didn't Drew Hastings used to let
Yes.
He had a pickup truck.
he had a box truck.
A
box truck, and he
Yeah.
would he'd let gay guys
primarily
use it
homosexual.
to
Yes.
Encounters, yes.
have their encounters in the back.
And he
Yes.
was getting a cut of all the action so far in the box. Yeah, he kept it parked down an alley, and
Did he have to stand out there and broker these deals?
No,
or-
no. He wasn't. No, he was a silent partner.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
It was just.
Yeah, I not too long ago, it was in the wintertime, walked out of a store, ran to my car, got in, and went the same deal, the smell thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, I don't smoke. Looked around, realized wrong car. But it was the same color as my car.
Right.
I don't.
Different make, different model.
You know, Christy,
I'm surprised.
Fine points.
That you don't do that every single day, and Pat too.
I do it.
Yeah, I just picked up my car the other day. I was getting my annual checkup thing.
Oh, you picked up your car. You must be very strong.
Went to pick it up, and I you go back and talk to the folks back there. So I got the key, walked out, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get into my car. So I went back in. I said, "I think you gave me the wrong keys." Guy walks out with me. There was a car.
Just like yours.
Well, very similar.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll run into that at the dealership.
No kidding.
Where they sell your car.
No, the guy goes,
20 of them.
No, yours is the M series. How'd you get to this one? Okay, I didn't
And
know.
that's the way the guy sounds.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think he was Filipino.
Well, that
That
explains
explains the American accent.
If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show, coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Thanks for being here. We return now to the sports desk with Chick McGee.
You know what happened at the U.S. Open yesterday?
No, what happened?
First of all, J.J. Spawn is the U.S. Open leader at Oakmont in Oakmont, PA, after a calm day compared with everyone else. He played bogey-free. Oh, that's right. 66, the lowest opening round for U.S. Open at Oakmont. But yesterday, Patrick Reed, the best albatross they've ever seen at Oakmont. Are you ready? On the, you're a golfer. You'll really know what. Yeah.
No.
A 622-yard par 5 fourth hole.
Holy moly, that's far.
Patrick Reed. An albatross. That means he holed it in two.
No way.
What?
Reed pulled a fairway wood from his bag after a 286-yard drive. Reed pulled a fairway wood from his bag and launched one high into the air, 30 feet from below the hole. From there, right into the hole, Chris.
God.
With a 2 on a par 5, just the fourth in U.S. Open history. And speaking of albatross, wouldn't you like to see a picture of an albatross? You probably don't know what an albatross looks like.
What is an albatross?
There's an
there
albatross.
it is. It's a seagull type of bird.
Notice the visage of the albatross.
Distinguished looking.
Distinguished looking. We also have one of my favorite birds, the shoebill stork. That gives me nightmares. This is an actual bird. This is not a Muppet. This is the shoebill stork.
What?
That is an actual bird.
Oh, come on.
That is an actual bird.
It's a guy in a suit.
Seeing it funny. It's right.
It's a shoebill stork.
No, it's
Standing
not.
straight up.
It's known as the serial killer of all birds. No, I'm not making this up. That's
That's
actual
some
bird.
guy at a furry convention.
No, that's an actual bird.
What's
they
it
don't have
called?
a golf shot. Shoebill
Spell
stork.
it.
SHOE.
Okay.
BILL. Shoebill.
Is it stuffed or something? It's standing straight
And
up.
an albatross is also is an albatross like a hole-in-one on a par 4?
An albatross is like 2 under or 3 under or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, it's very, very good.
3 under?
I understand that.
Wow.
Yeah. I think of that.
Are you sure that's a real bird?
I'm positive. It's one of my, because I was convinced it was a Muppet until somebody told me, no, that's a real bird.
Okay. I've never seen one.
Never seen a shoebill stork?
No,
Well,
man,
now
it
you
looks like a guy in a suit.
know. Are you going to look up shoebill stork?
I'm looking it up right now.
I thought you would be.
Okay.
I'm watching this Patrick Reed albatross. This is unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And he has no idea that the ball went in the hole.
No, he's
like,
looking around.
He's like, where'd the ball go? What's going on?
That's great.
It is great. That's really
Holy
cool.
hell, right?
Yeah, that's an unusual shot of a shoebill, but it does look like a Muppet. It looks like a fake bird. The nose is too big.
Well, that's
Reminds
why
me-
it's called a shoebill.
Reminds me of one of my golden retrievers.
Just kind of staring at you?
Don't mention his nose in front of me. He gets really upset about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you told one of your golden retrievers his nose is too big and they need a nose job?
I haven't said anything about a nose job.
Oh. Well, that's
Very, very prominent proboscis
Ah.
on that pup. But a handsome pup all the same. Yeah, no, that picture of that shoebill, is that a dead one?
No,
No,
that's
it's
we.
standing
Looks
up.
stuffed.
Jason purposely looked for a menacing look shot of
okay.
a shoebill, but I don't think there are any kind pictures of a shoebill stork. They all look like they want to kill you.
It has got almost like a big furry duck. Looks like it's got hair instead of feathers.
It's
very
something
unusual.
else,
Well,
man.
thank you. That's
You're welcome.
Introducing something new to my life.
Tom Brady sports story coming up, and who doesn't need that in their life?
Okay. Also, coming up in the news, we have two interesting slow speed chases in the news, as opposed to, of course, the standard high speed chase. We've got Zoom court news and a Christmas Carol news coming up on this program of ours, which is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin, hello.
Hey.
Thank you, Fonzie. There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Christy Lee.
Hi.
Jeff Oskey. Salute. Josh Arnold quit. There's Ace Cosby.
Yep. Hey.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom. Are you ready for this Tom Brady story?
I am indeed.
Really? Right to it.
NFL great Tom Brady.
Tom Brady statue will be erected outside Gillette Stadium. I believe we have, it's not up yet, but we have an incredible likeness, the prototype of what they're going after. There he is. I'm sorry. I'm being told that's Joseph Stalin.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's entirely, that's all my fault.
A little bulkier than Mr. Brady.
Yeah, I bet he couldn't throw a pass very well.
Oh, but I tell you this, they better catch it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Stalin's out there quarterbacking. You bet. The Patriots announced that they will unveil an effigy, a B, a C, a D, an effigy. The team's former quarterback on August 8th, the same day the Patriots host Washington for a preseason matchup. I had been looking at going to this game. I like preseason games, but I guess I can scratch this one off the schedule. Patriots owner Bobby Kraft, the Cheese Baron, initially shared the plans for the bronze statue last year. He said it would perpetuate the legendary legacy of this once-in-a-lifetime player. According to reports, a local artist has been commissioned for the work. Now I understand we do have the actual picture of the Tom Brady statue. If you just go ahead and put that up there. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Stalin again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My fault. Well, hopefully we'll have an actual picture of it.
I know it's going to be one of those things where, in this case, you kiss it in the lips for good luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's the one that the boobs all...
No, the one where the crotch is all rubbed shiny.
There's a couple of those.
Yeah, there are.
Which one is that?
All I know is that there's the Terrapin at the University of Maryland. Is that it? Or Johns Hopkins? Yeah, Maryland.
Maryland's the
where you
fear
rub
of the turtle.
you rub the turtle for good luck, and it's all...
Yeah.
The bronze is all gone.
There's a female statue where they've rubbed her breast.
Yeah, and there's
it's
one...
a maid or something.
Yeah.
Isn't there a Lincoln one somewhere?
Isn't it in Ireland or something?
Ireland,
yeah.
The shiny crotch of Cristiano Ronaldo, the statues in Madeira, is a result of fans constantly rubbing the crotch. According to legend, the statue is a tourist attraction. The shiny crotch, a popular photo spot. The rubbing has also caused the bronze to wear away and is said to give the rubber good fortune in days ahead. There it is.
Oh, wow. That is blatant.
The Molly Malone statue in Dublin is the one that we had.
Yeah, her boobs are all shiny.
Doesn't the shiny crotch sound like a guy that, a first-generation American that wasn't quite sure of the English language? We named restaurant Shiny Crotch. Good?
Well, now that with the way the pants are wrinkled, it looks just like a penis.
Yeah.
Well,
you come shiny crotch?
He does have kind of an
an
erection.
Right, look.
Yeah,
It looks just like a bean.
Who is this?
What's it look like?
A bean.
The soccer player.
Ronaldo.
It's Ronaldo, the soccer player.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, that really does.
I mean, soccer shorts don't hide anything, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
No, mine don't.
Well, if you get the proper size, that would help.
Oh.
2 sizes too small.
Is that sports?
Yes. Well, shouldn't it be?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Chick McGee. Time now to segue over that direction. We find ourselves with Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Officials in Pennsylvania have announced a Fill My Hole initiative to tackle potholes.
Boy, I hope
Hang on a
I
second.
hope the governor's a lady.
What's it called again?
It's called Fill My Hole.
All right.
Millersburg Borough Inc. said in a Facebook post that while its annual budget only allows for limited paving projects, we want to do a better job at keeping up with the potholes. So to meet that goal, the borough launched an electronic reporting form where residents can submit a road hazard, and crews will aim to address the pothole within 48 hours.
Good idea.
Residents will be notified about delays, though, if crews are unable to fill a hole themselves. So there you go. This is in Pennsylvania.
They have like fill my hole T-shirts.
Tackle their potholes.
And they should.
I don't know.
It's perfect. Yeah,
that's a moneymaker. Fill my whole T-shirts.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, now you have a song you're giving me the signal
true
for.
story. I think you know because I was on the phone with you in Detroit.
Oh, yes.
And hit a
Tell the
pothole.
story.
And oh my goodness, yeah, the story is in the song, so I'll let it just unfold as I sing. Driving home late from Detroit. It's dark and no orange cones. Lost in a strange part of town. No place to break down alone. Oh no, I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. And then I bust a tire.
Neglected avenue, Tom.
I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. Situation's dire. Waiting for help at a strip club on a Motown amateur night. I sipped a $10 Pepsi. Lap dance cost $45. Good God, I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. Now I'm hanging with the strippers. I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. She's rubbing on my zipper. Neglected avenue.
It was a classic. I was at home and Pat called me and I could hear.
The stripper?
No. When he hit it.
Come on, you're not going to pay me now?
No. This is before he went into the strip.
I was on a bridge.
And all of a sudden there's this thump.
Oh, you were talking to him at the time.
Yeah, at the time of the, and then
It's a really loud noise if you're on the phone with somebody in a car.
And I said, Tom, I got to pull over. I bust the tire, and
he had to
waited
go
for AAA to show up at
a
it's called the Flight Club outside of Detroit,
an urban, if you will, strip club.
Cool. Oh, I have a question about strip clubs, and I don't know if this is true. Is it true that the stripper pole turns and the stripper doesn't actually spin on the pole? It's like
I believe. They could either lock it or unlock it.
Oh, okay. So they do have the option.
Yeah.
I
So
have actually seen girls spinning around a pole for sure.
I think, though, it's a lot...
But that's cool if it spins itself. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Strip clubs are a lot like magician's tricks. I think there's a lot going on there that we don't
you don't want to know.
Yeah.
A lot of tricks.
Now, we did... we were
sword swallowing,
we
things
were
like that.
working on this yesterday. The worst songs to request.
No, you're white. Request
at a strip club.
Barbara Walters.
Abraham Martin and John. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
Not, no.
You don't know that song?
I don't know. Maybe I know the song. I don't know them.
I was very familiar with it.
You know Abraham Martin and John because it's Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, and John Kennedy. They're singing about it in the song.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the band.
I wasn't aware of it either, Jess. I learned yesterday.
It was a huge hit.
Who did the song?
Dion,
yeah.
Dion has had a tremendous number of hits. Run Around Sue.
And they're so different.
Yeah, I love the song Run Around Sue.
He's got a good voice, too.
This was it's about, let's give it a listen.
Anybody here?
Turn that down. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Can you tell me where he's gone?
This is the guy that did Run Around Sue.
Yeah.
He freed a lot of people, but it seems good they die young.
Yeah. This would be hard to dance to.
Yeah, it would.
Give it up for Mercedes.
But it's about people who have been assassinated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would be very inappropriate for us.
What about you?
Unless that's what you're into.
Yeah.
That you had to bring this back.
You're a
You
history
felt like
buff.
you had to underline about assassinations very difficult to strip.
No, I just not.
What do you guys think the sexiest song is?
Heat Control by Prince, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or Kiss.
Control.
Ooh, I like Kiss.
Kiss is
too.
good by Prince.
Oh,
I
that's
Want Your
great,
Kiss.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Just a
What's the
little
Def
kiss.
Leppard song everybody dances
Pour some
to?
sugar on
Yeah,
me.
that
Sugar on
one.
me.
But are those sexy songs? Like, does that get you in the mood?
You got your Motley Crue's Girls.
Oh, yeah.
I think Miss Hooker's making a very good point. What works at a strip club is not necessarily.
Well, that's not supposed. I mean,
Yeah, your
Wasn't,
bedroom song versus your stripper
Right,
song
you're
are
not gonna-
different. Yeah.
Wasn't Bolero there for a long time? The,
Oh,
the
yeah,
bedroom
thanks to
song?
10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
that was just on
Yeah, that's
my classic channel the other day.
Yeah,
and I
that's
was like,
that's a little too much.
and it takes forever. If you
Yeah.
got that much foreplay, good for you guys.
Yeah, the man was quoted as saying,
I'm impressed.
I'm sorry, my tongue's numb.
well, make me a sandwich.
I won't be able to taste nothing for a week. But thanks a lot.
Are your legs cramping yet?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of terrible songs for strip clubs. We've
Of
always
course.
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald,
Right.
Tears in Heaven,
Honey by Bobby Goldsboro.
Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are rough.
Alone again, naturally.
Yeah, well, that's the one we talked about yesterday.
In a little while from now.
I love that song though.
There is something called an album called Striptease Music by Striptease Music Dance All Stars from 2011.
I bet it goes bum 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 bum.
Nicki Minaj has a song called I Love Dem Strippers.
Oh, okay.
Really?
DEM. Get Low.
Yes.
Lil
Yeah,
Jon
that's a
and
good
East
song.
Side
Great,
Boys.
yeah.
Get low, get low, get
What was the one
low.
yesterday I came up with? Candle in the Wind, and then as you introduce
Oh,
it,
jeez.
Galaxy is going to take the stage dressed as Lady Di for a little Candle in the Wind.
God, that's terrible.
Oh, that's the idea.
And to the center stage, it's Cortina dancing. Probably not, right?
Eric Carmen.
You could actually
Well,
dance
wait a
to that
minute.
one.
Yeah, I mean, you could use
That
that
was-
to your advantage. Would you tip a stripper more if she's crying?
I do.
Yeah, there's probably someone that really into that.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's probably a very special. Yeah, that's,
I'd tip a stripper more if she brought her dog on stage. I think that'd be cool.
What?
Yeah.
Like the guys on the corner that have their dogs. You give them more money.
I tend to give them
But
more
don't,
money.
don't you hate it when you agree with Chick? I think we all do. Okay. Well, we're going to get back to something more interesting, I
Okay.
promise you.
All right.
We have exciting things coming up in the world of news today when we'll be featuring Christy Lee of Corpse. Of Corpse? Of course.
I'm not a corpse yet. Thanks.
We have
Again, you can't talk that well.
with Father's Day just around the corner, we have something about being a good dad. It's nice and wholesome. We
And
are
then
in
what
the-
happens if you're not a good dad?
We'll see. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening this morning. Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. That's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Hi, Jeff Oskey.
Hi, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This has been Chick McGee speaking. Hello, Tom.
Sorry, I was trying to see if they had.
And you need to add, he runs a board like a pro onto your list.
Nothing you
No,
that's
I'm-
this job you do well.
I'm trying to find out if this place in Pennsylvania that has the Fill My Hole initiative,
Yes?
if they have T-shirts.
Oh,
They better have.
we can make you a T-shirt if you'd like.
No, but it'd be so funny. Fill My Hole.
No.
Well,
That'd be good.
I
For,
think it's a...
that'd be good for teenagers in like a Scared Straight program. Hey, so what you got there, buddy?
I think they're limiting themselves. Why don't they fill all my holes? How about that?
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay. Would you wear a T-shirt? You're a baker, Miss Hooker. Would you wear the Eat My Pie T-shirt?
oh, God.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Kind of off topic, isn't it? I'm sorry.
What was that shirt? We had a shirt called Fire Pie. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I remember. I'd never heard of that phrase, the fire pie. It's,
Yeah.
That kind of went off the rails that morning. Yeah.
didn't.
Evidently, red-haired ladies are
Yeah,
They
right.
scare you.
fired pie.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
pie.
No thanks. Oh, we have Christy Lee over there at the Silac Insurance.
No thanks.
Now, we need, of all the things you don't go back and explain, you need to explain why you have a problem with redhead.
No,
It makes me so uncomfortable. I know this
Yeah, it's a
story,
weird
and I don't.
story.
I
True
feel
story.
bad for Tom. I know, but I feel bad for you.
They were different times.
You
Very different.
No,
time.
it wasn't different times.
I'm trying to make it
I
better.
mean, it was, but it still
I
was
had,
awful.
I had a friend who lived, let's see, across the street. You
Yeah,
got
you did.
Oryx,
Yeah, you
4
did.
houses down.
Yep.
And
Shut your eyes, you can see it. Yep.
his first name was Andy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he moved away at about second grade. But when I was a little kid, I went over there for one.
Yeah, his mom was legally required.
She was running from the law.
One of my first sleepovers.
So how old were you?
Oh God, I couldn't have been more than like 5.
Okay.
This is nuts.
And
Close.
We were over at Andy's house, and his mother got in the shower with us.
Yeah, she did.
Naked.
Naked.
No
And
bikini or
And
nothing.
I to this day,
Yeah, baby.
again, right there at eye level, this massive
You were
red
bush level.
Just-
So where was your friend at?
So you
was
two
he
were
in
in the shower
front or
together?
back?
Was Andy in the shower too?
as I recall, yeah, the aspect of it that just got me so troubled was her being in there.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Why were you two in there in
wait
the
a
first
minute.
place?
You and
yeah,
your
why were you
Yeah,
and Andy,
Andy was
the
in
shower?
there with him.
We'd been
you
playing.
and your weird little buddy taking showers.
We'd be, we were on the driveway with a kiddie pool and a hose. And
Okay.
All
No,
right.
no trunks, just naked to the world.
I don't remember that aspect of it, but I just remember it. I mean, to this day, I think about it. And then that particular person has actually, I know this sounds crazy, but he's gone on to become kind of a distinguished television. He's one of those guys that shows up like on MSNBC, commenting on stuff in Washington.
Does he have red hair like his mom?
No.
Oh.
He doesn't have a full head of hair, which is irritating. In any event, yeah, that's.
I took the kids to a friend's house. You know how you take them to play dates, and they had a little pool. So they put my 2 kids and their 2 kids were in the pool.
Yeah.
And my son and one of theirs also, they didn't have any trunks on, so they got out of the pool and went over and were laying belly down on the swings. Spread eagle, swinging back and forth.
You got to air it out.
And the other father with me we were sitting there, and I remember this like it was yesterday. We're sitting there, and all of we kind of notice it comes over us that what's happening, and the guy looks at me and goes, "How about that, huh?"
How old were they?
Oh, 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh God, they had no idea. It was to feel that uninhibited. And,
Yeah.
and
Having the
again,
time of their life.
Great.
Holy hell.
But it reminds me of a story that Mr. Oskey told, which I was completely not aware of this, because we would always drink out of the hose, and you take one of those little kiddie pools, put it in the driveway.
Yeah,
And,
of course.
Yeah.
and now tell me your story again.
Oh, I worked with a guy when I landscaped who got dysentery, and when he went to the ER, they asked if he had drank out of a hose lately because you can get really sick from drinking out of a garden hose.
I had no idea. It's
I
not
didn't
like
know that either.
Dead animals get up there, right?
Well,
Yeah,
it depends
animals
on
go
how
up
old the
and,
hose is, I bet. Yeah.
You know, like bugs crawl up and they defecate and things like that, and the snakes go up.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Now go out and make it a
I
great
used to
day.
love hose water.
I know, I can, still can taste it.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
because
think
weird
about it.
rust.
We were talking about would people be stupid enough to buy a product called It's New Hose Water?
Yeah.
They'll buy anything else.
Yeah. Hose water's probably cleaner than a lot of the bottled water we buy.
Yeah.
But I did not know that, so that's good to know.
Well, who knows? I mean,
Well, if your hose is new and clean, I think you're fine.
oh, my hoses are
I don't think
ancient
so.
and crappy.
Oh, I just bought new hoses.
I just
brand new.
was
They're
throwing
awesome.
them all around the other
Well, what
day.
are they hooked to, though? Brand new spigots and the brand new piping and the brand new house?
Well, no.
No.
I mean, the water's coming out is fine, of course, but
Yeah.
it's passing through. If that hose has been sitting around outside, something could crawl up there. I'd never even thought of it.
What do you got, a well? You got a well over there?
No, I'm on city water
No
there, buddy.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Well, Miss
Look at
Fancy
you.
City
Yeah.
Water.
Fancy
Used to be
pants.
on a well. The well part's still there. It's got the pump thing.
Oh, I got you. Me,
Nice.
Jeff,
Now-
you and me go over to Chrissy's. We'll pump the hell out of that
Let's
let's
well.
pump it, baby.
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
if water comes out of there. I never tried.
Has
We'll get her out of there.
was the well ever hooked up to the house?
Yes.
Have
Many,
you,
many years
has
ago.
it been thoroughly capped?
I believe so, yeah.
You might want to check that.
For Chrissy
I'm gonna
falls
lose
in
a
the well.
dog one day.
No, I got a phone call one day.
This is my favorite thing that you do. You these
ruin it.
I call them Tom's hand grenades. He just
Go
goes,
ahead.
your house might explode later.
gotta
I
go
check
one
on
day.
it.
I lived in a house that was built in 1932.
Okay.
Yeah.
and it had been on a well for a long time. But when I moved in, they had city water, and they had city sewage. I got a phone call one day. There's a foot of water in the basement. The old well that had gone into the house.
Yeah.
There was some kind of pressure on it, and it just opened up. Imagine putting a fire hose in your basement and turning it on.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was.
That would be bad.
Yeah. It's fun to see all your kids' toys floating.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, this is Andy, Christy's husband. I'd like to thank you for planting that little seed in her head that our well might explode at any moment. I appreciate from one guy to another. Thanks a lot.
I don't know where that comes in the house. I'd have to look.
See?
That's the thing.
When she says I'd have to look, she's going to make me look.
I had no idea.
Well,
We had to get a guy over there to cap it off, and it was a nightmare.
So was it in the floor? Where was it?
It was in the wall in a closet.
Really?
Yeah. But it was pouring in water.
You've look at her face.
I'm gonna go home and
You've
can I
accomplished
leave now?
everything.
You just ruined her weekend.
Wherever it is in your house, there's a room full of water right now.
And then there was a part two to it. Right when that happened, one of my sons slammed his. He was at a babysitter's house. He slammed his hand in a sliding glass door and had to go to the hospital. So I had to call Mark, my buddy. Mark, there's a foot of water in my basement. I've got to go to the hospital for something else. Check it out.
Well, your life is something.
Yeah, it's every day.
Man.
Now, when you called Mark to tell him to go check the foot of water in your basement, did you feel like you were doing him a favor?
Yes, I was helping him out. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, what's coming up in the news, Christy Lee?
We're going to talk about dads since it's Father's Day coming up this Sunday. We're going to talk about dads, and then we're going to also talk about the other side of that coin and children of divorce. And, yeah. That's
always funny.
Always a fun topic, right?
Funny stuff.
Yeah,
How many people here are children of divorce?
Right here.
Jeff is not.
No, my
Jeff's the
parents
only
are still
one.
together.
Ace is. So,
And Tom and Jeff are the
yeah, the only
ones.
two.
They've been together 53 years.
Wow.
Wow.
They're married 53. They've
Man.
been together for like 55.
What do you think the countdown clock on that murder suicide is? What do you think?
Me and my brother both have a little bet going. Well, my dad retired like 3 years ago, so
Right.
we have money on how long
Do they still like each other?
It's up in the air.
That's like putting your relationship on microwave when one of them retires. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the phrase is, you better get a hobby. I'm not making your lunch. I'm just quoting a friend of mine. I want you to get up
There's
every
a
day.
reason he's building a sailboat by hand out in the garage.
out in the garage. Yeah, there you go. Right now, I want to check in with Mr. Chick McGee.
I had a buddy tell me, the quote, hey, these Raycon earbuds I bought for my dad are the best gift I've ever got him. Yeah. For Father's Day, which is coming up here in a couple weeks. So
it's tomorrow.
What is it?
No, wait a minute.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Good God.
You could give them a note saying your Raycon earbuds are on the way.
Raycon's latest model is better than ever. They've been upgraded. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, pair two devices at once. The quick charge function, I still don't know how it does it. 10 minutes of charging, you get 90 minutes of battery. Raycons also have active noise cancellation, something hard to find at this the dad-friendly price. And Raycon's available in all the colors: royal blue, cool mint, deep red, forest green, blush violet. And Raycon has a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy because we all know that dads can be difficult. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off the best gift for dad. That's Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, Raycon offering 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds only at buyraycon.com. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. I just got this letter. Dear Bob and Tom Show, I heard your story about the Pennsylvania place with the Fill My Hole program.
Right.
My pals and I, when we were teenagers, used to do prank calls using the name Fill My Hole. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. You can always reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. These are the beautiful O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Thanks for joining us. And this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Jeff Oskey.
Yep.
Christy Lee.
Hi.
Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jeff Oskey.
Yep.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. There's Jess Hooker. Did I say that right? Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Let me get a yep out of you, Mr. Oskey.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
Yipper.
Yep.
Yepper.
Okay, now we got
Yep.
Miss Christy Lee is over there. I can
Yep.
see her at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
We heard Pat's song about More or Less Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant.
I love that song.
And what did you use it for? Fill your hole up? What was it?
Neglected Avenue. Potholes.
Neglected Avenue and Potholes, yeah. But we didn't play the song that we always play when we talked about Eddie Grant.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Equals.
I love this song.
I know you do.
Great tune.
It's called Baby Come Back.
This was
This
is an old one.
What?
This was his band.
Big hit, yeah.
Now that's too low. Can you turn that up
Yeah.
a little bit?
Yeah, now we're doing it.
There we go.
I love that guitar.
Really?
Down, down, down,
What's
down,
the
down,
other
down.
song? Baby Come Back.
Player.
Player.
Baby Come Back.
Baby Come Back.
Yeah.
I like that song better.
Yeah.
It's probably a bigger hit.
Everybody does.
Baby
Yeah.
Come Back. Who sang that?
Well, is
Player.
Eddie Grant, is he from Jamaica? What is it?
I don't know.
He was from one of the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
He could have been from Oxnard.
But
I don't know.
it was a huge, Electric Avenue was a big MTV hit
Yeah.
back in the day. But
I
I think that predates that by quite some time.
Baby Come Back.
I think
Yeah.
it's the 60s.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like I'm an idiot.
Well,
MTV
no.
was born the same year I was.
Oh, 81. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go, Tom. What do you think of that?
Oh, it's interesting.
Oh, yeah. God forbid I say something about myself. That happened in the last 40 years.
Tom?
Yeah, I just quit trying, Jess. You
Yeah,
just
you're
give up.
right.
I mean, we could.
I forgot for a second.
No, that's okay.
You
No,
could
tell us more.
understand.
What else is happening in your? Let's
You
talk
can
about yours.
understand. No.
Here we go.
The bitterness
And he's
of
gonna make you dance.
the old timers, me and Christy, we're here, and and Josh is already knows what the score is.
That's
and,
Jeff.
And
No, but Josh is gone.
Josh
That's
is
why.
gone.
For a reason.
And you think he's taking time off to be with his brothers? No, he's at
Negotiating.
home mumbling in a corner.
Yeah,
you know that.
Psychiatrist.
Crying in the bathtub.
But he was at one time a fresh-faced,
Oh, so excited
optimistic
to be here.
He
rookie.
was.
Oh, we all were
we
at one
replay
time.
his first appearance on the show
all the energy.
on our YouTube channel
man,
during the
oh, man.
commercials, and he's a different person.
Different person.
His soul he's dead inside now.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him.
And now you got Jess, who's nice to pretty much everyone, and you.
Oh, that's
are,
not true. That's really nice of you to say, but that's
So
a
you,
lie.
so you were born what? 82?
81.
81. Okay.
81.
Just told you that.
Yeah, I'll be 40.
all I heard was the MTV. MTV. I didn't have MTV.
Ever?
No. When Bob and I were living in Harbor Springs, the cable company didn't have it.
That's because it wasn't out yet.
No, in 81.
No, in 81.
Oh,
you didn't
okay.
We were living
okay.
up there.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know who Martha Quinn was in 81?
No, the cable channel up there. People forget the cable channels now that you've got 1,000 various. There were like 7.
Yeah.
I don't think people forget. It's just really no consequence now to remember how many channels we didn't have.
Right.
Right?
Well, let me tell you a real quick story.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were
right.
talking about Jess.
I thought-
See, here we go.
Like this?
I thought we were going to go over
This
her
story.
life.
This story has nudity in it. You're going to love it.
Okay, I'm in. Let's go.
The building is still over there, although it's a little bit bigger. When we moved here, the original cable company that was here, at the time, there were hundreds of small cable companies. They would
Right.
eventually all merge to become a handful of other ones. But they would have, maybe it had, 15 channels. One of the channels was an electric Lazy Susan that was just turning around. And I'm not kidding.
Yes, he's right.
And there was a camera on it. So you'd go to whatever it was.
So
maybe
the camera would rotate and take a picture of the wall, and on the wall they would put pictures of events like birthdays.
No, but the Lazy Susan's rotating, so it would come around. There'd be a clock.
Okay, sure.
And the weather forecast.
a thermometer. Yeah.
Someone would write a little weather forecast by hand, and I'm sure stoners would sit there, here comes the weather, man. And then they would sometimes depending on how many if they had quadrants, there'd be 4 little spots on the Lazy Susan. They would have a public service message or a community thing.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
that's
it was
how they did it. And that was one channel all
Yes.
the time.
Yeah. So but I don't know if it was part of their public service licensing, but And, of course, the idea would be you would slip a pornographic photograph in that if you happen to go visit the cable company.
And did you happen to go visit the cable company?
I didn't touch the photograph. Maybe Bob did. But the point is, I mean, it was so primitive.
Yeah.
And, now there's,
right.
1,000 channels out there, and that world's changing every day.
And the weather's on your watch, so
yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was those were good days. But MTV was exploding, but we didn't have it up there. So that I remember I was on the radio, of course, and I remember hearing Duran Duran, and I didn't get it. I thought, this is crap. Why is this a hit? And then I realized, it's about the videos.
Yeah,
Hungry Like the Wolf? Which one?
Hungry Like the Wolf.
Whatever their first
All
crap.
the Duran Duran songs.
yeah,
Please tell me now.
Oh, God, it sounds like a bleating goat that's being executed.
Was it two guys?
Girls on film.
No, they have a band.
Five
guys.
But I think Simon Le Bon was the
It was
singer.
it was 5 guys and a hairdresser and 6 because they had a fashion designer. It was not about the.
They had great hair. That's true.
A lot of nice hair.
I probably
In
pissed
any
you
event,
off.
but I'm glad you were
like
born.
him.
I was born then, yes.
We're so happy to have you here.
You don't like this?
No, I like this one's a good one. I do like this one.
Oh, you like this one?
Nice guitar. I'll tell you what I do like.
Me?
You gotta wait.
This is a guy. You take it back. That's a good. I like their bass player. And remember they had the band The Power Station?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
With Robert Palmer. They did a great version of Bang a Gong.
Yes, they
I
did.
actually prefer it to the original.
No.
Yeah,
Pretty
sorry.
good.
Sorry.
On that Hungry Like a Wolf song, towards the end, really low on the music, there's somebody going, Mom, Mom.
Is that true?
I swear, or
That,
they're
like,
saying
that
something.
scares me.
No, when I was a kid, I would be listening to my one speaker AM or
Right.
radio, and I had to listen low because I wasn't allowed to listen to music at night. And I would hear that, and it would scare the living daylights out of me.
Really?
And I didn't know it was on the song until I heard it like 3 or 4 times. The first time I heard it, I thought it was coming from my closet.
Oh.
Scared the Jesus out of me.
Power Station.
Oh, he's saying Bang a Gong?
Bang
Yes.
a Gong.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a T-Rex song, but
Mark Bolan. Come on.
this version is The Power Station. You know who Robert Palmer?
Yeah.
Robert Palmer is.
I do know who Robert Palmer is.
He had a bunch of. He had that famous thing with the models.
Yeah.
Simply
Yeah.
irresistible, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
Simply irresistible, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but the other, the big,
grind.
what was the big hit with the model stand?
Addicted to love.
Addicted to Love.
Addicted to Love,
yeah.
And
I
then-
think to this day, that's why I still like a black hose on a lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
Black
That-
what?
Oh, you like Black Hose?
I like black
I
hose.
know a comedian that I dropped
Well, you
off.
paused there.
I dropped off downtown because he liked Black Hose.
You know, if there
know
needs
the
to
guy.
be any clear explanation
Pantyhose.
as to why we refer to them as nylon
Or
Yeah.
stockings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be
hose, you just heard it.
Black hose.
Black nylons. We'll go with
I'll
that.
go in with you on a black hose, Jeff.
Good God.
I told you that story, didn't I, about the comedian?
Oh,
that
my
liked-
God.
There we go.
Now we're talking about
How
jazz.
fast you go around here? 50. Oh, I can't go faster than 40. Okay.
Hey, most consider their dad a top life mentor.
So we're going from Black Hose to dads?
Yeah, I'm changing the subject big. A new survey finds most people view their father as one of the most important mentors in their lives. About 3/4 of those who grew up with a dad said he was a major life influence. Roughly a third said they've called their father for help within the past week, and about 1 in 6 said that he is their go-to for advice. Respondents also recalled heroic moments from their fathers, like, my dad donated his kidney to me. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Whoa.
During Hurricane Harvey, he trudged through the water to come get me. On my wedding day, he changed a flat tire before we left. It was stressful, but we made it, and his tux wasn't even damaged.
That's what he told them when he returned the tux. Nothing wrong with this one.
No need to look in the bags.
Not even war.
That is not axle grease.
That hole in the knee was there.
I love how they say, among those raised by a father, many said they first learned to tie a tie from him. A third admitted to using their dad's shaving cream or deodorant while growing up. And more than a quarter said he even bought them their first stick of deodorant.
That's interesting.
Did your dad do any of those things?
No. You know, I had older brothers, so they took over.
Yeah.
And for deodorant, for me, it was always Right Guard spray.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember that.
like all teenagers, I would just coat the room with it.
Ugh.
And I didn't even have BO. You're a kid.
Oh, you've got BO.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
I
if
mean,
anybody
now.
told you.
Yeah, you got your BO, you got your DO, you got your CO.
Yeah, what is that? About 11 or when do they start to stink? Because they do.
Well,
And
13 or 14.
yeah.
No, it's sooner than that.
Yeah, but you start using the deodorant way.
Yeah, I used my dad's deodorant, and he used Secret. He used Women's Secret, so I lucked out there.
Well, that's
Your dad did?
Yeah.
Remember we've had
Yeah,
letters.
the powder fresh. Yeah.
We've had recently. We had a couple letters from guys that say, "By the way, that's the best one out there."
Yeah, that's what he said. He said it worked better than anything else. Yeah.
I really want to go back and pick up on what the D odor and the C odor is, if we could do that.
Well, I was trying to cover the men and the ladies.
Yeah.
The C odor?
That's
Your
what I
BO
thought.
and your
What?
CO.
BO, CO, GO.
What would the C?
Don't
like
investigate too
Neo.
deeply.
Yeah.
You might want to put on tighter
Oh,
hose.
jeez.
Nylons. Nylons.
Well, that's kind of a nice thing for Father's Day.
Yeah.
My kids treat me like a ATM.
I was going to say cash.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that?
There's nothing better, though, I don't think.
They're also young.
Than
You
them
get-
calling and asking for
You
money?
get that text and you go, yeah, okay. See, I had my daughter text me 3 or 4 days ago, and I hope her mother's not listening, but she gave me, said, can you send me this much? And I go, don't you ever text me an amount this small ever again.
Oh, what a dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Did your dad get you your first deodorant, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I think so. Or I probably started using
Where
his.
do you fall in the line of kids?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, so you'd have to be the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
We had
so
the Right Guard spray.
So they like you least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same.
I can't remember if my
Yeah.
That's the one that broke his mother and I up, right?
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah.
Now, Pat, I know that your family situation was extraordinarily complicated.
I'm the oldest of 6, yeah.
Did your dad, I know he was
He reeked of Jameson. He didn't use deodorant. Is that what you're looking for?
Well, no, but he had the most extensive collection of
Scarves, ascots,
scarves,
capes,
and ascots,
bell
and
capes.
capes. Yes, lovely.
Pointy toes, yeah.
Your father
Shoes.
was a theater
Yeah,
director,
he's a thespian, yes.
a college professor.
That's what he
Doctorate,
is.
yeah. Doctorate.
Did he like girls?
He liked a lot of stuff.
And apparently, from what I've heard, a lot of girls.
Yeah.
They have a flamboyant hats.
I'm not sure if they were hoes or if they were black, but they liked them all.
He's married to a woman I went to high school with. He was a student as a freshman.
No way.
Yep. She was our homecoming queen. She was ahead of me by 2 years.
She was a what?
She was our
Homecoming.
homecoming queen
Oh.
at high school. Yeah.
His dad's a fellow. It was amazing.
My dad was a lovely
He
person.
directed it. I'm sorry. Did I make it?
Do you have any of your father's capes?
No. I don't have any of my dad's
have any
stuff. A couple of sculptures,
Really?
and some paintings, yeah.
Yeah.
Your father wore a cape?
He wore a cape, yeah.
I mean, and he'd walked into a 7-Eleven to get a Coke and have a cape
Mid-60s, he had a Nehru jacket, he had bell-bottoms and a cape, he had a purple outfit he wore to one wedding that embarrassed all of us, including my mother.
Aw.
There's photos of that I could bring in, yeah.
Did he have a walking stick?
No, he never had a walking stick.
on. Yeah, see, that'd be pretentious. It might get in the way of your cape.
my bad.
He had a walker after hip surgery, but he'd never had it.
I just found my parents' wedding picture recently, and they've been divorced for God knows how long. But my dad had white gloves and a white top hat on, and he looks higher than a kite. I was like, "What were you on?" He goes, "All of it."
All of it.
Now, when we come back, I can't believe you brought this up. We actually have a news story out of Ohio that is really nutty, and it involves a guy wearing nothing but a cape and white underwear during a robbery. Perfect timing on the cape, Pat. Thank you very much. Now, I was just enjoying this. What did I do with it here? I've got my Java House tea here. Oh, I finished off my
Arctic Freeze.
Yeah, that's I'm new to this. Christy turned me
Yeah.
on to it. It's from Java House, and it's great.
Hydration drink. It's full of electrolytes. Good for you.
Yeah, but I started with the Java House coffee, of course. Then I segued into the Java House tea, which is what I'm drinking right now over here. Java House is the official coffee, tea, and I guess we can also throw in latte, energy drink, hydration drinks, and hot cocoa of the Bob and Tom Show. Java House it's revolutionizing the world of coffee, et cetera, because see these pods. It comes in these pods, but you don't put them in a machine. You just peel and pour. So this particular one is the famous absolutely smooth, amazingly smooth, delightfully smooth cold brew Colombian. And you pop this in with some hot water, and you got hot coffee, or you put it on ice for some delicious iced coffee. It'll revolutionize the coffee room at your office. In fact, the folks at Java House have a cool idea. Go to their website, javahouse.com, click on Java House for your office, and sign up for a free in-office demo. You might be eligible. Get the details. Once again, javahouse.com. This is the perfect solution for your office break room. We use it here at the Bob and Tom Show, of course. And like I said, you peel and you pour. It's very fast. And it's important to some that these are, biodegradable. Mm-hmm. So the cups aren't polluting the world. So, once again, it's javahouse.com. Hit that Java House for your office button and sign up for an in-office demo. Now, when we come back, once again, we got a guy in a cape and underwear.
Yeah, we do.
And nothing else in Ohio, of all places. And we are everywhere, thanks to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
Pacers.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Yeah.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hello.
Hello. Jeff Hoskey.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If you don't, Lord, you'll be down. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Born in 1981, she the hooker.
What?
She the hooker.
Jess Hooker. Jess a hooker.
I thought you said in 1981 you got a hooker. I was like, what?
I wasn't a hooker back then, no.
Couldn't afford a hooker in 81.
You long for the days for a hooker, right?
Jess Hooker, born in 1981, ladies and gentlemen. We established that today, and she thought I was ignoring her.
So you asked her
delve
what her
into
birthday
that.
was, right? Yeah. You totally saved it.
First childhood memory of listening to this show.
Oh, second grade on the school bus is when I discovered the show. And then shortly after that, the school board voted to not let bus drivers listen to the show anymore.
Yeah.
While they were driving. So I got my first Walkman, Sony Walkman that my dad bought me so I could listen to the show.
Well, how nice of your dad.
Yeah, see, good story about my dad, too.
Very good. Happy Father's Day,
Yeah,
Dad.
he regrets letting me listen to this show every day now.
Mr. Godwin mentioned a few minutes ago that his father was somewhat flamboyant. He was a man of the theater.
Somewhat flamboyant.
Passionate about the theater.
Passionate about
I want to see a photo of your dad. Do you have
I got one, yeah, sure.
All right.
Handsome man.
Does he look like a...
Not necessarily.
He
does
wasn't
look like
handsome?
a celebrity of some sort? Can you... Anybody leap to mind?
Maybe a little Jimmy Cagney, if he were Puffy Cagney.
Puffy Cagney.
He was able to snag the homecoming queen, and he was not attractive?
And my mom's very, very pretty. No. Not really.
He was a charmer.
My uncle was handsome and thin. My dad was a little sedentary. He always just would watch. He never walked a day in his life or was athletic. He was a larger guy, yeah.
Okay.
Now, but he did wear a cape. You
wore a cape, yeah.
Okay. Now, I pulled this new story.
Well, nothing that softens the lines like a cake, Tom. You know that.
Yeah, it makes you look
It
slim.
hides a variety of ills.
Wolfman Jack knew that. That's why he looked so thin.
Wolfman Jack did wear a cape.
Yeah, he did.
Want to hear him?
Hello
Nope,
there.
I don't.
Hello there, Wolfman.
Okay,
Cape is the male moo-moo. Yeah, it
Exactly.
hides
That's
a lot,
very
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
I like
the
that.
male moo-moo.
Now, Miss Hooker, do you know who Wolfman Jack was?
Yeah, just because of the show. Yeah, I know, because of you.
Did you ever see the movie American Graffiti?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to be helpful in this situation.
Born in 81.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a classic movie.
though.
You remember,
Yeah, sorry, I
Where
haven't.
Were You in 62?
It's George Lucas, one of his first movies. I think it's his second. I'm not sure, but it's
Yeah.
the guy that made Star Wars.
Well,
I am familiar with George Lucas, yes.
It was right.
And Star Wars.
And then they had they tried to bring the droids in American Graffiti and destroy the
Don't
restaurant.
ruin it for
Right.
her.
Yeah.
Great star.
What's the
Don't.
premise of American Graffiti?
The same thing as Star Wars.
It's one night it's like high school graduation
yeah.
time. Richard Dreyfuss,
Oh, fun. Okay.
who looks
Yeah,
20,
it-
27.
I love him.
Take
Yeah.
Wolfman Jack out and put Darth Vader in. Same movie.
Same movie. Okay. Okay.
But he stops to see Wolfman.
Who's in the Corvette? Is that Susan
Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Harrison Ford's in it. A cameo, yes.
The fabulous
Okay.
Paul Lamont that didn't
It's a
do
good movie.
anything after that.
It's a good movie, but you get to see Wolfman Jack, famous DJ,
Right.
and then he was the host of one of the late night television.
We're talking about capes.
Sure.
He wore a
Please-
cape.
Please stop.
The man smoked Camel
All
filled with
right.
cigarettes.
Nobody
Please
cares.
stop.
He's been dead forever.
How dare you?
What are we
Authorities
supposed
in
to-
Ohio are searching for a guy with a cape. In fact, he was wearing only a cape and white underwear
Is it
Way to
Wolfman
go.
Jack?
while allegedly stealing women's underwear from a Dollar General store.
See, there's a lot going on here. Slow down. He's wearing. He's got a cape on and underwear and nothing else.
Yeah.
But he's stealing women's underwear.
Can
clothes?
you?
Well, maybe
would
his
you-
wife needed underwear.
I didn't know you could buy women's underwear at Dollar General. And would
yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah.
And would you buy those?
I mean, if you were in a pinch.
Well, a Dollar
guess.
General is not what it used to be. It's not
I
like
can't
everything's
imagine.
a
Other
dollar.
than it being a dollar, I can't see any
Oh, no.
attraction.
It's
It's
not
not
a
a dollar
dollar
store.
anymore. No, it's not a dollar
Cheapskates
store.
and awful people would buy something from Dollar General.
Oh,
I would think.
Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely.
According to the, is it Scioto County? S-C-I-O?
Scioto?
Scioto County Sheriff's Office. Deputies responded to the scene, found a trail of blood and a separate trail of stolen undergarments leading away from the store. Surveillance footage showed the suspect entering the store with no pants, dressed only in a cape and underwear. He proceeded to grab several packages of women's underwear before fleeing the scene on foot.
I like
Where does
this
the
guy.
blood come in?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Did he have shoes on?
The suspect remains at large. I don't know if he had shoes on. It doesn't say in my story.
I know. I'm just. I was.
Maybe
hoping,
that's where the blood's coming from.
how weird.
Maybe he cut his foot.
If you were shopping,
On a
Ace, you've been
pop-top.
to one of these dollar. If you were shopping and a guy walked in with just underwear and a cape, would that be pretty normal? And
No.
No.
Quite the cast of
I think
characters.
it depends
yeah.
on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I think if a Dollar General's in your neighborhood, that says something about your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right next to the check cashing place.
Yeah.
now, where do you get a cape?
You can buy a cape online. I told you I could buy you one and have it here tomorrow. on
I don't want
Amazon.
one. That's
You don't want a
okay.
cape?
You don't
No,
want
no,
one?
No, thanks.
Oh, I'll get you one. What color would you wear?
I do not want to. I will not wear a cape. I will not be there. Do not.
I've got one word for you: rainbow. Rainbow cape.
It's the season.
Technicolor rainbow.
That may
Out of
send.
a million.
That may send the wrong message.
Tom's an amazing Technicolor.
But if he came, but of all the people in here, if Tom came in wearing a cape, we would all go,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
about
this
right.
kind
On-brand.
of goes right, yeah.
Kelly bought it for me.
Kelly loves
Burberry.
capes now. Kelly wanted a guy in a cape, so I'm a guy in a cape now. I don't blame you, Tom. Go,
Oh, it
baby.
would be a
But
fashionable.
but he was stealing women's underwear.
Yeah.
While wearing tidy whities.
Lovely. That's a good
Oh,
look.
which have you seen this? You probably maybe have on this Mandela effect on the Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I've seen all of these, and I can't keep them all straight.
So,
actually.
Tom, there's a big thing
It's
going
here,
around the
Subaru.
internet
We're more
that
than a read.
the logo from
Hold on. Tom's hitting buttons.
I'm
Hold
sorry,
on.
not paying
Sorry.
attention.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
so the Fruit of the Loom. You know how they have all the fruit.
Right.
A lot of people remember the fruit coming out of a cornucopia.
Yeah.
Other people, but Fruit of the Loom is saying that was never their logo.
Yeah.
There was never a cornucopia.
it was just a grouping of the fruit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's not true.
But I remember the cornucopia.
Yeah.
And they're saying it's a Mandela effect type.
Well, now that means that you've heard it so many times you believe it.
No, you've seen
No.
like in your you remember it differently than what it
Than
was.
the
Is what they're
history
saying.
of it.
But this one, Fruit of the Loom came back and said, "Yeah, you're right. There was a cornucopia."
Oh, really? So
yeah,
it's been
and they're
debunked.
like, they say that a lot of people they're just testing people, like trying to get you to like.
Talk
yeah.
about Fruit of the Loom?
Yeah.
Well, they won.
Yeah.
Just did. Nah, I'm mad.
It's like the Berenstain Bears and the Berenstain Bears,
Yes.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is. They're supposed to be a
it's
different
Berenstein.
spelling.
Yes.
Different spelling of the Berenstain Bears. Yeah, I know you don't know anything about it, so you're
I'm
Getting
sorry.
complicated.
Yeah.
are going to
It's
poo-poo
okay.
it. Yeah, I know.
My bad.
No,
It looks like the guy's not wearing shoes.
we did not hear one word you
He
said.
wasn't. It's
Not
He was just-
one
Hit a couple of buttons
word.
accidentally. And
See?
you're off on your own over there.
You know what a good listener is? He doesn't listen to anybody, and he just waits until there's a pause so he
Yeah.
can jump in with his thought.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing, though, when we come in here after the show to talk to him about show-related things, and hey, Tom, can I have a minute? Yeah. And then he never looks up from his computer. I talk for 3 minutes, and then he'll go, what did you say?
You caught me mid-thought. What's a cornucopia?
What's a cornucopia?
Thanksgiving that sits on the
thing
basket
that holds all the fruit.
Cornucopia.
A horn of
It's a
plenty.
cornucopia. Horn of
Oh, there
plenty.
you go.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, that's the other
that's a
word for
better
it.
Yeah. You didn't know what a cornucopia was?
Never
You
came across
went
that
to
word.
an Ivy
Oh,
League
my
school.
God.
Well, we were busy talking about Hegel and Sartre.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
There it
There you
is.
go.
That's exactly
See?
what it is.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jason.
Horn of plenty.
So
That is.
That's the thing.
So there's two different logos.
Yes, but
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
They claim that the cornucopia never existed, and they just kind of did this plant, and then everybody started talking about it, and then they said, "Psych." But
Yeah.
actually, it did.
They
Yeah.
have tried to get us ready for how you're not going to be able to tell AI from real life here in about probably
It's already
about
happening.
now.
Yeah, about a week from now.
It's it's
My
unbelievable.
kids
what
insist
they
they
can,
can tell, but boy, I sure can't. They're like, Mom, that wasn't real.
Yeah.
You are
You're in
going to have a
trouble.
lot of
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, you will.
I've already got a lot of problems.
You're going to come in here and say,
We're going to
I
have
don't
a
know.
new person on staff just to check AI stuff for
Better
him.
not.
we're going to have to. Yeah. Did you? Dean Martin evidently never died.
Yeah,
no, Tom,
well.
it's AI. No, I saw him last night.
Oh, he did an interview with
Right. He's singing
That
with
couple.
Joey Bishop and Jerry's on there. It's unbelievable.
We'll see. Thank you very
We
much.
are entering hell.
Okay. Now, coming up, we have very exciting things, including Zoom Court. We have
Daddy Hole. We got to get to that.
we have what?
Wait, what?
What?
Daddy Hole.
I thought they already filled that.
That's a
in
different
Ohio.
story.
Oh,
Daddy Ho.
Daddy Hole. I didn't say Daddy Ho.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff,
Daddy's hoe is a whole nother story.
you got a daddy hole for me over there?
He's got black hose.
yeah.
That sounds like a prison nickname.
Daddy hole. Yo,
The-
Daddy hole.
the
What do we
older-
have for dinner tonight?
The older guy.
What'd you go?
Pork chops.
Pork chop. Daddy hole say pork chop.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker.
Hello.
Loving the music we're playing, evidently. She's bopping her head.
Get you
There's
going.
Jeff Oskay.
That's right.
Ace Cosby's here. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Chick came back with a surprise at his station. What do you got?
A Reese peanut butter cup that I can freely and easily say Reese without being shouted down by one potato head, Josh Arnold.
Reese's.
But I don't think that you're supposed to eat those.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Didn't you say you could do something else with a...
A Reese's peanut butter cup?
Yeah, what did you say the other day?
I forget.
That you could pick one up with your butt
But,
cheeks?
oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah, let's
think that's
see
a
it,
plan.
baby.
Yeah, you did say that.
I'm going to get peanut butter cup all over my pants.
I think you're supposed to do it pantless.
You have to take
Am
your
I
pants.
supposed to do it
Yeah.
You have
pantless?
to take your pants off.
And shirtless, yeah.
Then
Well-
you have to be naked.
Oh,
Take your
well.
nipple clamps off.
Well,
Oh.
I told you that.
Now, if I told you I'd eat it, would you do it?
You know what? No, I wouldn't.
Sounds like an episode of Jackass.
We call this poopy peanut butter cup.
Now, Miss Hooker, with your hair the way you've got it combed in those glasses, you have kind of a Velma from Scooby-Doo look
I
going
get that
today.
a lot, yeah.
Jinkies.
Did she say Jinkies?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to love Scooby-Doo. The same plot every single episode.
Yeah.
It's always the old man. It was the caretaker disguised as the
Old
monster.
Man Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great show. Great show. Christy Lee is...
Was it, though?
Oh,
No.
All right.
Oh, come on.
It was good.
By the way, did the Marmaduke estate ever get their a royalty from Scooby-Doo? Remember Marmaduke?
Yeah.
The one panel.
I'm surprised that
Cartoon.
Jackie Gleason never sued the Flintstones or...
What do you got, Jeff?
So, Tom, about once a week, I have someone on Twitter send me a picture, and it's like, is this Jess Hooker? And here's the picture they send me, which is a naughty Thelma.
Oh, it's
What?
is it? Let me see.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's Jess.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you sent me that.
It's a woman. Is that the actress that played her in the movie?
No.
Just a
I think
woman
it's just
dressed
some
as
girl
her?
dressed as
Okay,
her.
in front of a TV screen.
No,
there.
if I was posting pictures like that, I wouldn't have to work here. So,
Daggone it, what's that actress's name? I forget her name. She was in that high school movie with Seth Rogen and those people. Or
American
Freaks
Pie?
and Geeks.
no,
Freaks and Geeks.
and now she's in Dead to Me
Yeah,
with
she's
Christina
in everything.
Applegate.
Yeah, she's in everything.
Oh, yeah. she's
Oh, I
good.
know who you're talking
Yeah.
Yes, that she played the real Thelma.
Check out my Twitter. I'm retweeting it right now so everyone can see it.
Authorities in Devon, England say the street sign for a street called Daddy Hole Road has been stolen
Daddy Hole
multiple
Road.
times. Apparently,
Can you spell that for me?
Daddyhole.
Daddy Hole Road is the same syllables as Copperhead Road.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Apparently,
okay.
due to its unusual and suggestive name, residents report the sign frequently vanishes, prompting repeated replacements by the Torbay Council.
A what?
Torbay,
Torbay.
Torbay.
Like
Oh,
sorbet,
the home of Pig Latin, Torbay. Torbay Ornime.
A city official acknowledged the ongoing issue, stating, quote, "There are individuals who appear to be collecting the sign as a souvenir. They seem quite fixated on the name Daddy Hole Road, and it continues to go missing."
Yeah, they're changing it to Mom's a Slut to try to cut.
And you
back
get
on
to the
people
intersection
stealing it.
of Mom's
Daddy
Slut
Hole.
and Daddy Hole.
Yeah.
The council
If you
has...
if you had a photograph of it, you could on Father's Day as a treat pin it to your mother's back.
Oh, Tom.
She walks around.
Daddy
Why is everybody
Hole.
looking at me? I don't know.
Like a Daddy Hole Road and then a arrow down to her butt crack, right?
I wouldn't be so blatant. I think it's not very subtle, but
The council has not confirmed how many signs have been taken, but discussions are underway about more secure installation methods or possibly alternative solutions to deter theft. We've had this before. They did it out of stone or something once, didn't they? Or not this particular road, but a different one.
Yeah, they was getting stolen so much.
Yeah, it was the big F word, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some explanation for why it was there, but it was
Yeah.
a foreign language thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tour you can take of cities like this that have naughty names, like Cokeville and Shidington is a city, and it's all in the UK. They all have these interesting naughty names. Yes,
Yes, I see.
Shidington is what it is.
Yeah, it's a long eye, as they say.
No, it's a short eye. But
Was it?
We're on the radio. I'm not like you. I'm not as confident as you are. Just go ahead and cuss it up.
Back in the States, a Michigan woman has been removed from a Zoom court after she began making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich during her session.
Is that a problem?
According to WJBK, oh boy, Asia Outerbridge was seen scooping peanut butter from a jar during the now viral live stream.
Asia Outerbridge?
Yep. District Court Judge Sean Perkins instructed her to stop preparing food and questioned whether she was wearing a robe during the hearing.
He is.
Well, but he's supposed to.
Well,
Show some respect for the court.
To be fair, if he's wearing a robe, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Miss Outerbridge explained she was trying to feed her sick toddler,
Oh.
prompting the judge to remind her that she was in fact appearing in court. The exchange escalated until Judge Perkins removed her from the virtual proceeding. Miss Outerbridge later told reporters she should have been better prepared, but also felt the judge should have shown more understanding toward a single mother. She's scheduled to appear before Judge Perkins for a charge of an open alcohol in a motor vehicle. She apparently was a passenger in that car. She wasn't driving, but still.
Pat, you want to take this?
That's not legal.
I was a passenger. I did not have open alcohol, and it could.
But you went to jail.
Yeah, well, it was
You
from
were
my
just-
mouth, not my bottle.
Drunk in the passenger seat.
Well, they did no testing.
You're still disputing that, aren't you?
Well, I was drunk, but they didn't test me.
I don't think they arrested you for that.
Did you use the Barney word?
Yeah, the guy had put his hand on his gun. I said, "Oh, you're going to shoot me, Barney."
Oh,
In
nice.
southern Charlotte.
You're
North
lucky
Carolina.
that's all that happened to you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of South Carolina, police engaged in a slow-speed pursuit of a tractor excavator down a main highway. North Charleston police said officers out on a different call saw the excavator driving across U.S. Highway 78 around 3:30 in the morning, shortly before receiving a burglary call from a business that was heavily damaged and saw the excavator slowly heading away. I always wondered about that. You see those big pieces of machinery on lots and stuff and wonder if you could just drive them away. Apparently.
Did he run into the building with it?
Police pursued the Komatsu track hoe excavator in a chase that reached speeds, hold your breath, 3 miles per hour.
Yeah. Slow down.
The cruise went on. The chase went on for about an hour and 12 minutes.
Run next to it and jump up and pull him out.
Yeah.
Before the excavator drove onto the Charleston County Fairgrounds property and got stuck. The 53-year-old driver attempted to flee but was apprehended and arrested on charges of failure to stop and malicious injury to real property.
What time of day was
3:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
you know what Grandma always says, nothing good happens after midnight.
Yeah, there was probably another factor involved.
Yes.
I'm surprised that wasn't listed.
Yeah, don't you think?
Yeah, I would think.
And why else would you keep driving? The cops are right there with their lights flashing. You're just going to keep going, and
I'm with Jeff. You could jump on the back of it. Come on.
probably dangerous.
I was doing 3
3
miles an hour. That's like a walk.
Right.
Like a speed walk.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
You could run alongside it faster.
so it was an hour and a half chase,
Hour and 12 minutes. Close enough, yeah.
and it's 3 miles an hour. So yeah, I guess you could do a pretty easy jog. It's not like you're doing the 4-minute mile here. you got a guy goes just like 4 miles in an hour.
Did you just check the math on this story? Is that what you're doing?
You said it was 3 hours. 3 hours and 12 minutes. He's going 3 miles an
No,
hour.
it was 1 hour and 12 minutes at 3 miles per hour.
So he's gone about 4 miles.
Yeah.
That's a good
All
story.
right.
This would be a good story problem for the kids.
Really? If John steals a backhoe,
Add some spice to it, though. Make it up. Have to change the details. If a drunk guy at 3 a.m. steals a backhoe,
all right,
and he's going to the fairground, I mean, it's fun. More fun for the kids. A little crime involved. Have a little fun. Right now, I want to talk about the folks at the Silac Insurance Company. They want to help you out in the future, because in the future you're going to retire, and when you do, you want to have plenty of money. You want to have that regular paycheck coming in. And that's what an annuity is all about. Doesn't matter what happens in the stock market. It can go up or down, but it doesn't matter to you because you're protected because you have an annuity. This is designed to counter the volatility of the market. And the experts on annuities, of course, the Silac Insurance Company, SILAC is the way you spell it. And that's important because you can just get information by going to SILACINS.com and find out some information. Or there's an easier way to do it. You just take your phone, you pick it up, and you go #250. That's #250. Say the keywords lifetime income and get information about an annuity. Or you go to the Bob and Tom website. We have a link to SILACINS.com. Or once again, you call #250 and just say those words, lifetime income. An annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. Your money is not going to go away. You're going to have that money coming in on a steady basis. You cannot outlive your money. So you're going to feel a lot more comfortable. Get the details once again. #250. Say the keywords lifetime income. That's the Silac Insurance Company. Plan on it. Live on it. Coming up, we have a new version of A Christmas Carol is on the way, it would seem. Certainly a classic. We'll find out about that. Also, banned baby names. Baby names that are illegal.
Yeah, not baby names.
Not foreigner.
Not people that name their babies after bands.
This is our son. We call him the Beatles. No, I didn't know that they could ban a name.
I didn't either.
And apparently
Sure can.
we got a bunch of them, and a couple of them real obvious. Some of them I've heard people that have the name. So we'll have to find out the details from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jess Hooker, Jeff Oskey, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Ow!
I I think
it's my O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle. Before we get to that, real quick, I want to say, for those new to the show, we're on some new stations, and we're thrilled to be here. Miss Jessica Hooker is here with us.
Who is it?
Who is it? Jessica Horsecocker?
Jessica. It's just Jess.
Or Jess.
Jess.
Jess Hooker.
Jess Hooker.
What did I say?
We're not sure.
I got no idea.
I don't know what
It was Pig Latin, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me get some moisture here.
Yeah, that'll help.
Jess Hooker is here with us. And people ask me sometimes, they'll say, is that one of those radio stage names, whatever you call
It's
it?
not, yeah.
That is your actual name.
That is, it's on my ID.
And prior to this, though, your maiden name, if you will.
Yeah, it was Prosser. I was Jessie Prosser growing up.
And they called you what in high school?
Jessie Prostitute. I just found on one of my, you know how at the end of school, like everybody will sign a T-shirt, or like we had our senior shirts, and somebody had wrote, prostitute on the back of my shirt.
Just mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was mean.
But a bold move going with the name Hooker.
I mean,
And you married a hooker.
Yeah,
I mean-
I stayed on theme, and yeah.
That'd be a good title for one of those Christmas movies. I Married a Hooker.
Yeah.
It'd be in the Hallmark Channel.
Right.
And then it would turn out that the name was Hooker. It'd be kind of a
What would the meet cute be, Tom?
Oh, here we go.
just by chance you'd be standing at a street corner.
Sure.
There you go. Yeah.
Right now we're going to switch gears and go up to the big screen where we have. Oh, look who's there!
Hey, look at who's here.
It's Mr. Jeffrey
Couldn't you
Oskey.
just put a tie on and stayed in your chair?
Well, when I bomb, I like doing it away from you guys, so I don't have to feel it as much.
Fair enough.
I totally get that.
Okay.
Yes.
I am at the Failed to Mention news desk. We give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Here's Jeff Oskey with Failed to Mention News.
A New Jersey native was the second person to be gored by a bison in Yellowstone National Park in the past few months. Well, you failed to mention, come to Yellowstone for the Old Faithful. Stay because you're dead.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. Yeah. There's no choice.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
A German chancellor has invited his constituents to join him for a week away at a swingers resort. Before the trip, he will be leading a weekend of games and fun to acclimate new people to the swinging scene. What you failed to mention, some of the games and events include men over 8 inches can sign up to compete in the 3-legged race. There's a couple's naked ring toss. The sack race looks super painful. There will be a live outdoor version of Pin the Peen on the V.
I love that game.
They'll have topless jump rope, always a favorite for the men.
Hello.
For our out friends, there's the super gay baton relay. Lots of workshops, swinging 101, so you just watched your wife bang another man. Now what? How to be a woman and not get jealous, 202. There's an underwater naked basket weaving class, of course. And how to get stains out of clothing with special guest speaker Bill Clinton. Over on the Midway, we have Wacky the Clown. Wacky does amazing balloon animals from Magnum condoms. That's if you can get them to stop whacking it long enough to twist one up for you. That's Wacky the Clown.
Wacky the Clown.
Oh, we've got nude bungee jumping, skins versus skins, 2-hand touch football. We have a drunk tank. It's just a normal dunk tank, but we've replaced the water with margaritas.
Yeah.
They have frizz tag, and at night, the coveted weenie roast. They're German. They like things a bit risky.
Oh.
Couples cost $250. Single ladies over a Germany 6 get in free. Single men, $19,000. And finally, some eggs were recently recalled for containing salmonella and sending some people to the hospital. What you failed to mention, man, eggs are having a hell of a year, aren't they? First, they're too expensive. Then there weren't enough of them. Now the ones we do have are making people sick. I feel like the chickens are starting to turn on us. We do all the hard work, and you come and steal our babies from right out under us.
Oh.
Enjoy your high cholesterol and chlamydia, you dicks. I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news that I failed to mention.
What you failed to mention. Jeff Oskey.
Do you think my idea is going to work for that new Christmas movie?
Yeah, you could try it.
What is it? I married a hooker.
I married a hooker. Then it
Okay.
turns out her name is Hooker.
Right.
This guy's name has to be John.
Sure, yeah, because that's what you call
That works out.
That works.
Yeah.
That's on script.
Yeah, we gotta keep moving forward. This is a great idea.
Jeff mentioned babies.
Yeah.
If you're looking for unique names to give your baby, not chicken babies, but your baby.
How about chicken baby?
Chicken babies, you could call them anything you
Look at
want.
my
I
little
don't
chicken
think they care.
baby. That should be my official
chicken baby.
longer
baby.
name.
Oh.
Chick baby?
Like my fake middle name would be Baby. Chicken Baby McGee.
Chicken baby.
How about that?
Hey, Chick Baby.
Chick Baby.
It's very, very sort of 50s era behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Hey, Chick Baby.
I don't know how
Vegas.
I feel about you saying, "Hey, Chick Baby." I don't know about that.
Well, if you're looking for a unique name to give your baby, you should know there are some names that are banned in the United States.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is Jesus one?
Yep.
Jesus Christ is on there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Is,
His full government.
Well, because Jesus is a very popular
Very
name.
It is. Yeah.
Still.
So, yeah.
Is
So Jesus Christ.
Adolf Hitler on there?
Adolf Hitler's on here.
Don't you think giving a kid the name Jesus, though, is a little bit,
It's a whole.
Well, it's a different culture.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Ballgame, man.
there's lots of Catholics who name their daughters Mary.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Or Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not Jesus.
Yeah, that is a big one.
According to U.S. birth certificates, naming restrictions can vary from state to state, but the few specific names that are outright banned include the two that we mentioned. Anybody else want to guess one?
What about Captain Kangaroo? Is that
That's
on
not
there?
on here.
Huh.
But Hitler and Jesus are illegal to be named.
Adolf Hitler and Jesus Christ are here. I don't know if the word Adolf is okay. I think
I was going to
Adolf's
say,
okay.
I
What
think
about-
you can name him Adolf.
Yeah.
I think you
Male
can.
and female.
Nope.
Boy and girl.
Nope. King.
King?
I have a friend who's got a son
I was
named
gonna
I
King.
know
say.
someone named. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
you all know this
Yeah,
person.
right,
her
right,
her
right.
grandson's name is King.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that is on here. Queen.
What? Well, that
Yeah.
doesn't. No, that's
That
fine.
can't be right. I know a lot of people. Yes, Queen. I know a lot of queens.
Yes, you hear that all the time
Yeah.
at the bars.
Hey,
Working in the
Well,
arts.
not even that.
That
My
voice
kids call
was-
me Queen. Hey, Queen.
Who knows?
By the way, I want to.
Yes,
I want to
Queen.
ask Miss Hooker something.
Yeah.
We
do you want?
we bring up stuff that obviously you weren't around for. This is from my childhood, way back. Did you ever hear of a show called Queen for a Day?
I did. I am familiar with this show because it's kind of sad.
It is
It's really sad.
really hard to
Really
believe.
sad.
Yeah, they replay clips of it on social media now, and it's really sad.
Do you know how it worked, Jeff?
No, I
It's-
have no
Even
idea.
I don't know how it
They would
works.
have.
It's
They would,
absolutely stunning how it works, and
they
you
would
won't
have
believe it.
three women would come in, and they would all tell their sob story about how their
Yeah.
terrible life was, and then the winner would get like a Speed Queen washing machine or something.
Which I would play that game.
Well, and
Those
the
are
whole,
great. Those are great machines.
and their house redone, and a shopping spree, and all
Yeah.
sorts. If they were named,
And they were given like a scepter and a crown and the
But
whole
the,
thing.
the other
Queen for a
two
day.
just went back
They
to their
just
crappy
cried.
lives.
Went back to
Yeah.
their crappy life.
let's not
Yeah.
talk about them.
Yeah.
It's Queen for a Day.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's
Not
the
losers
worst.
for life.
And I would only see if you were homesick for the day, and after the cool game shows were over, and all you had were the dumb soap operas and this thing, and it was just so sad.
It is.
Just the worst.
Amazing.
I don't know if any other culture would do something
Well,
that
and
dumb.
then my dog was hit by a car, and then, of course, the pool that we had was rancid, and horrible stories.
Yeah, she's a widow with only a few years left to live.
I don't remember that one. Seems like I would have.
Maybe a little extreme.
Well, you can see her here building a ramp for little
Anyway.
Billy.
Disputed baby names that are outright banned.
King, Queen, Hitler,
Jesus Christ, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Huh.
Who would name their kid Santa Claus?
I don't know.
Look, doesn't Musk have a kid named like XZ47?
Well, no,
or
what
something?
about-
Yeah, and that's states limit the number of characters that can be used. Some states do,
Yeah.
but not all. And generally, having a numeral in your name is not allowed in the U.S., but obviously Elon got away with it.
But
Messiah is another one of the words.
Again, why
they have to Klaus, right?
Yeah.
Instead of Santa Claus. I guess
Klaus,
Santa.
Claus,
Yeah. Right? No?
The @ symbol.
Okay.
Oh.
Who would name their kid that anyway?
Some jackass.
And what's 1069? I don't even get this one.
It's I owe you 50. What? I owe you 50 more?
1069?
Oh, what is it? What? You know this one, Tom.
No, I don't.
1069.
I
I owe you 9. What is it? No, I don't know.
I don't know. By the way, U.S. Birth Certificates is a privately owned website that aims to obtain birth certificates for applicants. Was that somebody trying to leave the country?
Yeah.
Sound exactly.
Here's something.
Yeah.
This is a different article, but it says, in California, names can only contain 26 letters of the English alphabet. They cannot have accents, tildes, or umlauts.
Wait a minute. These are names?
Yeah.
Yeah, in other words,
Okay.
you can only use the 26 letters
Right.
in the English alphabet. You cannot have an accent grave
Or
whatever the hell-
emoji or a symbol or
An exclamation point at the
They're
end of your
trying to
name.
change that. You can't have hyphens or apostrophes either. So, and yeah, various countries have banned the name Osama,
well,
Duke.
Duke.
Why Duke?
In Australia, you can't name a child in New Zealand Anal.
Oh, geez. Who
Isn't
would?
that George Clooney's wife?
That's a mall.
Mall.
It's AMAL.
Oh, sorry.
You knew that.
Yeah, you did.
That's just what she's
Well,
into.
so much for having George on the show.
Got his dad, huh? You can't name your kid 007 in Malaysia. In
That's because he'll just get confused with all
in
the other
Switzerland,
007s.
the name Judas is not allowed. This is weird. Yeah, I had a friend that tried to name his kid Lincoln Booth, and they didn't like that, so they decided to go with Sirhan Kennedy.
Oh, jeez.
But they ended up with Ruby Oswald.
1960.
And no one enjoyed that as much as
No, because
no one enjoyed that.
No one.
Everyone was uncomfortable.
Can you imagine if some idiot named their kid Ruby Oswald
No.
and didn't put it together?
Yeah.
Well, there has to be people with the last name Oswald, right?
Sure,
in country.
Yeah.
In America. What do? Do they consciously go, well, we can't call him Ruby or Lee. Or Harvey or... Remember there was a bunny rabbit in cartoons, Harvey.
Yeah.
And he was going to be more popular than Bugs Bunny until Lee
Yeah.
Harvey Oswald
Oh.
raised up. Yeah.
And they changed the name on that one TV show. The guy's name was Hinckley. On Great
Was it John
American
Henry?
Hero.
Ralph Hinckley, the greatest American hero. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Glad to be here. This is the Bob and Tom program. And what do we got next, Chrissy?
A herd of water buffalo briefly escaped from a farm in British Columbia, Canada.
Of course I heard a water buffalo.
Tesfa Farms said 24 female buffalo got out and went for a leisurely walk around parts of Surrey.
Barely a herd.
Yeah, the heifers were soon corralled by farm employees with help from local residents and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
If I have...
Why am I doing this?
If I ever have the pleasure of seeing two women fight and one calls the other one
My family.
a heifer,
Yes,
I
it's a
laugh so
term of
hard.
endearment in my family.
Is
So,
it really?
Yes, yes.
What?
Well,
You
yeah,
heifer?
you have, you heifer.
That is
It's
not.
one of my favorite things. It makes me so happy.
And
That's
why
a
is
horrible
that
thing to
happening in your
say.
family?
Well, just because when all the women are together and like how you guys get together and you bust balls, like girls do it too. And when you do it, you just you call each other a heifer.
I've never heard that
Are you
in a
serious?
positive way.
And
Oh, it is. It's 100%.
But a heifer
Oh, that's-
that means cow, right?
Yeah, it means you're a
Yeah.
big cow.
Yeah, so
That's-
if I were like, if I were
fat
knocking
cow.
someone's dish, like, you didn't really do good, heifer. Yeah, like there's just a heifer. Yeah, always.
And does a heifer always female?
Yeah, it's always when we're in a group of, it's all the women in my family. We're all together, and we just,
I can't wait to come for Sunday brunch.
I know. Yeah, it's
just be another heifer.
Yeah.
So a female. These are bison or buffalo.
Water buffalo.
buffalo. Okay.
Yes.
And so they're also heifers.
Right. That's a female water buffalo.
Okay, I didn't know that either. Pat, you got your guitar?
Oh, Leave them alone. Let the buffalo roam. They escaped from the farm today. They're delicious for sure. Got away from the herd and lived to see another day. Oh, they won't be on a range or a grill or an oven today. Woo! The buffalo got free to roam the streets. Oh, they won't be a meal today. You heifer. You big old heifer.
Is there some kind of cartoon that has a character named Hugh Heifer?
I was just thinking that. Yeah, there has to be.
He'd, I guess it would have to be if heifers are all female.
Yeah, they're a young female cow.
I guess you could have like a sort of
or water buffalo.
ambisexual character, Hugh Heifer, sort of a hefty.
Yeah.
Is it a boy or is it a girl character? Hi, we're having a party. You want to come in? I'm Hugh, smoking a pipe. I'm Hugh Heifer. And it's a talking water buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another great idea.
It's amazing.
Second
Boy.
great one today.
Yeah.
There's only been two?
Just two, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got the movie. Remember the movie coming out?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Based on your
I married
life.
a hooker.
I married
right?
a hooker.
Right.
Husband named John.
Right. Yeah.
This
That is my husband's name.
I know. This is why this is a great idea. It's your story. You were telling Wayne.
But wouldn't I be the one to say I married a hooker? Like I would be the
Because she
one.
did marry a hooker. He
Yeah.
didn't marry a hooker. She was a prosser.
Yeah.
She was a prostitute. Remember, you got to keep up.
Yeah, that's going to throw people right away.
Right,
You married
yeah.
a hooker. But this is still a great
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, we'll pitch it to Hallmark.
Don't forget, this is still a great idea.
In spite.
Oh,
Okay.
If there's
now-
any way we could get into Lifetime and pitch that movie just to say we pitched that
Just
movie.
to do it, yeah.
God knows they wouldn't buy it, but that would be fun. That would be hilarious.
I
A
looked
story
it up.
forever.
There's no I Married a Hooker movie out there.
Because
My Wife, the Hooker, is a movie that came out in 1977, but not.
Is it an X-rated film?
I didn't keep looking. I just saw the
it's an
IMDb.
innocent film. It's
Yeah.
about. It's just.
Right.
It's just the name.
The person's name is Hooker.
So what's your?
And then the meet cute is just
So
by chance she's standing on a street corner at the beginning.
So what's the movie about?
No, but she's standing
Well,
on a street corner helping underprivileged children do something. She's very
But she's not actually
altruistic.
Yeah.
She's
She's a lovely gal.
But he thinks she's a hooker.
It's not about me then.
She's not a whore.
We could make her a whore, or her friend would be the whore.
Her
Yes.
friend is the whore.
Oh, we can get Jeffrey from earlier in the show. We can get his black hoe.
Black hose.
We have two of them. Oh, great, the black hose.
Yeah, they could be like the chorus, the witches, or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Macbeth or
Is there
whatever.
Is there a
the hell it
band called the Black Hose?
No, Black Crows.
Black Moose.
Oh, okay, Black
Moods,
Moose.
Black Keys, Black.
Black Hose. That'd be a good name for a band.
Yeah.
Good for a nice hip hop band.
Okay, we'll.
Hey, look at the time.
All right.
Right on brand.
Hey, look at that. We're having technical difficulties here at the Bob and Tom Show. We'll be right back.
No, we got things to do here. I want to tell you about BetterHelp. A lot of pressure out there on everybody, and maybe it's time that you talk to somebody. You've been thinking about it. You remember, there are millions of people out there that are suffering from depression, often undiagnosed, and there's a struggle going on. Well, it's always worth thinking about talking to somebody, and that's where therapy comes in. And BetterHelp happens to be the largest online therapy provider in the world. The therapy is done online, and it's done with a camera going on like a Zoom call, or with a camera off like a phone call, or even texting back and forth. What it's all about is accessing therapy in a more elegant way, if you will, because you can do it wherever you want to be with your phone. You can do it with a laptop, whatever you want to do, and wherever you want to do it. That's what it's all about. It's about doing something really important for you. And by the way, BetterHelp has more than 35,000 therapists working in the program, and they've dealt with 6 million clients over the years. So take some action for yourself. Do something good for yourself. It'll help everybody else in your life, too. And to get hooked up with a therapist via BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The /BT Show part will knock 10% off your first month. Once again, the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide easy access to mental health professionals. And by the way, they have a diverse, how would you word it, a variety of fields of expertise. So you'll find out what it is you'd like to talk about, and they'll set you up with someone. And by the way, you can switch therapists anytime, no additional fees are involved. All the info is at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT Show. Coming up, we've got a guy who's kind of famous, actually. famous for being a real pain in the ass, and he let a live raccoon go in a packed bar, and bad things happened. We're going to find out about that in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This is the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us? Call, text, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Oskey, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Jess Hooker's here, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. I believe we forgot today in history so far.
Oh.
Well, we could. Why don't we could do it and just not pretend we know what day it is? How about that?
What's that?
What do you mean? We
Just
do that.
follow him here.
We do that every.
Trust me on
we
this.
do that every day. Okay.
I've got.
So this isn't June 13th.
I've got to dig it up.
Is tomorrow Flag Day? Isn't 14th, right? Isn't that right? Flag Day.
Did you say? Oh, with an L?
14th is tomorrow. Yeah, the big. June 14th, Flag Day.
We got.
Hey Tom, I said is tomorrow Flag Day. Did you hear what Jess said? Oh, with an L?
Oh boy.
Trying to be naughty over here.
Well, it's that day too.
Happy now?
Very happy.
Feel good about yourself, everybody?
Everybody?
Okay.
You do it every day.
Yes, and only you say it. There's the Guatemalan diarrhea bird. Yeah. Here it is.
Okay, I think this may be. I'm not sure what day this is. We'll do it anyway. Ready?
Yeah.
323 BC.
Oh, goodness. The first shower was invented. Grog
BC.
stumbled
They
under
don't know.
a cliff. And
yeah, that.
Yeah, how did they know it wasn't 324?
When they had the changeover,
BC?
do you suppose folks that first year were still writing BC on their checks?
Yeah. Don't you know? I think anybody asked, what are we counting down to?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
Last year.
Yeah,
I'm in the dark over here.
Why is this
What is this,
322?
Oh boy.
Who's,
the hell?
who's this Dick Clark guy counting it?
Yeah.
Alexander the Great died.
On what date?
323 BC.
Okay.
Then the next day he
I thought
became Alexander the Late. It was well worth it.
I was going to go for
great.
the not so great joke, but yeah, it was better. Yeah.
And who calls himself the Great One? That was Jackie Gleason, right?
The great one. Yeah.
one is here.
And then they called, what's his name? Wayne
Gretzky. Wayno's a great one.
The Great One. Okay. Yeah, here you go. 1777, Congress adopted the Stars and Stripes.
So we go from 323 BC to 1777.
Not much happened in between there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this is
Nothing
obviously
notable.
if you want to do something important, do it on this day because you'll make the list quickly.
Well,
Yes.
Well, this is important. I'm going to give this one to you, Miss Hooker, to show how smart you are.
This is fun.
Invented and patented on this date in 1847
Okay.
by Robert Bunsen.
Oh.
What was it?
The coffee maker. No, the Bunsen burner, of
There
course.
you go. Yes.
Of course.
Tell me you think someone's stupid, but don't say they're stupid.
Yeah.
No.
Mr.
Everybody
Robert
knows the Bunsen burner.
Bunsen.
Do they still use those in schools?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think,
do. They
sure.
do that. Yeah.
You gotta have experiments.
Yeah.
You got to have an open flame.
Yeah.
You know,
gotta-
some kids still have old-fashioned joints that aren't vaping yet.
No, you got to kill the mice somehow, right?
You have to heat that beaker.
Yeah.
Let's see now. This is interesting. In 1920, the United States Postal Service banned mailing children by parcel post.
We have talked about this before.
Yes.
Which means somebody tried it.
Yeah.
Somebody got away with it.
Not only did somebody try it, a lot
Yes.
of people tried it and successfully completed it.
Oh, that's terrible.
What do you mean?
With how many forever stamps did you have to use to send Junior
it was pricey, but
we're sending Junior to Grandma's house.
It's cheaper than an airline ticket.
Or a train ticket, yeah.
Okay, now Miss Hooker again. This is not. I'm sick. It's a matter of sometimes of what's ignorance. Being ignorant of something isn't a problem. Why should you know all this stuff?
I'm not ignorant.
Of course.
Two. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
No, I'm just saying. For example, I'm going to ask you. Who graduated from C. Humes High School on this date in 1953?
You're a jerk. I don't know, and you know I don't know.
It
Nobody
was
knows.
in Memphis.
Elvis.
Thank you very much.
Well, I just had to say Memphis,
Yeah.
and she would have known.
Of course, I'm just saying it's not a matter of being stupid. You're not stupid. It's a matter of
Keep saying it.
no.
I'll show you how
I'm
stupid I am.
I'm defending you.
On this date in 2017,
What?
Jeff Oskey started at the Bob and Tom Show.
Regret every day.
Yep.
Wow, many years ago. Well, thank
Yes,
you, Jeff.
yes,
You're
yeah.
doing a great job.
Thumbs down from Jason.
Look at that.
Oh, that hurt.
Inagata Davida was released in 1968. But you know the name of that band?
Yeah, no.
Iron Butterfly.
Yeah,
Real dumb.
It ain't gonna fly because it's made of iron.
I get it.
That's so
No,
cool.
I'm stupid.
Hey, I want something like Led Zeppelin.
I've
How
got
about
an
iron?
idea. Iron Butterfly.
Now, in 1976, The Gong Show would premiere.
More stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about a gong earlier already?
A gong?
Yeah, Bang a Gong from T-Rex.
No.
Very good.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
correct. You're correct. It was because of this letter.
Oh, okay.
Christy was saying that she had a grandfather clock.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
I
a
do
fan.
have one.
I'm
Yes.
not a fan. We were discussing the difference between a grandfather clock and a grandmother clock,
And
which is a different type of clock. According to Craig, he wrote, I believe the grandmother clock is like the grandfather clock, just without the dong. And you see, and you see, you've got your ding and your dong. But on the grandmother clock, you just get the ding.
Keep that letter.
Yeah,
we need to
we're-
first thing Monday morning.
We're going to read this letter every day for the duration.
Getting better.
It's brilliant.
better
Thank
every
you so
time.
much, sir. You can write us. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. You can find us at bobandtom.com.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored in part by Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.